Welcome in on this Thursday afternoon. Tony, Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Mad Scravy. Here with you for at least this first segment. And not possibly, I'll pop in for some other segments throughout the show. But hello, everyone. How's everybody's day?
We're good. It's fun to hear you right at 2:00, but the Padres are playing later on this evening. So, yeah, we'll have a little Tony, and, yeah, it'll be good. I think you're going to be on later for a Big Five and for Fantabulous Game Show's returning today. So,
Adam, tell your son.
That's right. Adam Klug, tell your son. Fantabulous Game Show's back today, and Tony has agreed to come back for that before your broadcast. But, yeah, we're all good, man. Everybody's good except for the Miami of Ohio basketball team. They finally finally tasted defeat today. So
sounds like they won't be going to the tournament then, huh?
No, I think everybody, you know what? There are so many people out there. Here, everybody's saying the same thing now. It is all, they don't deserve it. They suck. They shouldn't be considered. But the tournament is going to give way to public support and bring them in.
So now people are saying they suck and they don't deserve to go?
Oh, they're saying, everybody thinks they don't deserve to go, but they think that the sentiment of the public is going to win over the tournament committee.
It's amazing.
And the tournament committee is going to succumb to that pressure. So what they're basically trying to tell us is that they're going to get in, but let's just be honest, they don't deserve it. And it's hard for me to get behind that thinking.
That there is quite the thing. I don't know how both of those things can be true. That the public could be saying, hey, these guys need to go.
Yeah.
They need to be in, but also be saying, well, they suck. And
I don't think the public is saying that. I think the experts quote. I think it's the experts.
The experts are saying.
Yes, the experts are all saying, hey, let's be real. They played nobody all year. And it is true. You went back and looked through their schedule. I mean,
they did.
Mercyhurst. And I mean, some of the games were like the Sauce. What was it? The Sauce.
Pine Bluff.
Sauce Pine Bluff. I mean, they went really low scale, but they went 31-0 before losing today to UMass. And I think what the experts are saying is get them out of here. They don't deserve it. Put Auburn in because Auburn is 16-14 and, finished in 12th place in the SEC. But, hey, we all know Auburn's analytics are way better. They should be there. Anyway, I think they'll eventually get in. But, there will be an outcry from just the general fan because the general fan doesn't look at all the analytics. The general fan says, hey, you've got to reward the team.
Nor should they have to.
Right. Thank you.
Nor should they have to. They shouldn't have to follow analytics in order to enjoy basketball or to be able to talk basketball.
Yeah.
They should. They should have to.
And let's be honest, Tony, when, and I'm going to say when, because I think Miami is going to get there. They'll announce it all Sunday. But when they get in, and if they're a 10 or an 11 seed, which is what they're going to be, who's not going to be rooting for them to knock off one of these big names in the first round?
I mean, if they are indeed an 11 seed, how often have we seen 11 seeds upset that pocket there throughout tournament history? So, like, this whole idea that, they don't – and listen, I had gone through their schedule. They don't deserve – they still went pretty much – I mean, they lost one game when it was all said and done. That's still something to certainly hang your hat on.
Yeah,
I think they're very likely could go in there as an 11 seed and could upset somebody.
Yeah, one of the most famous 11 seeds that made the Final Four was Sister Jean's Loyola of Chicago team. They were an 11 seed. There's been several others. I think VCU was an 11 seed one year under Shaka Smart. Anyway,
Shaka Smart. Yeah.
So let's. It's just the thing that's bothering me is that everybody's saying yes, they're going to get in, but they have to get their dig in. Everybody has to get their dig in.
Yeah.
And I don't know where you came down on this, Tony, but to me, it's similar to the whole Bam Adebayo thing right now. Everybody is saying, hey, it's great that he scored 83 points, but then they get their dig in on how the game was set up, and it was a fugazi. I don't know. It had to be a fugazi when Wilt Chamberlain scored 100. I wasn't there, but I do know that he took 63 shots that night, and I'm pretty sure they were feeding the ball at will to try to get him to 100 points. So I don't know. Maybe you come down differently on that. in the 83 that he got, but everybody's ripping on the guy for that. I don't think that's fair to rip him.
Listen, I think the way the fouling thing has kind of rubbed some people the wrong way in terms, because I think everybody who is, most people who are walking the earth today remember Kobe's 81.
Right.
And they remember in the fashion that he got it, right? What made that one so special was that his team was actually, they needed all those points. Like they were down for a lot of that game. And then he went crazy in the second half. I don't think Bam should be knocked for getting 83. I really don't. I mean, I get the fouling looked crazy there at the end.
It did.
It doesn't, it probably is the reason it gives that argument fuel, but it's still 83 points. He went nuts in the first half of that game.
He had 41 at the half, 43
through the third quarter. So
he was. It was anyway.
I wish people would stop doing that, though. Honestly.
Right. To me, just give the guy his flowers. If it bothered you a little bit, why don't you just shut up and let him enjoy it? That's kind of my thing. Everybody's got to find fault in everything. How about you talk about it years down the line? You can maybe throw that in there. He kind of got the free throws. But right now, let's celebrate the fact that he got 83 That's
points. That's crazy.
Right. There's nobody that didn't see that come down the pike on Tuesday night that didn't just go, what? I mean, I immediately sent you guys a text, which I hardly ever do, but I was so blown away. I want to make sure you guys knew about it.
I don't think anybody had that on their bingo card, by the way.
No
Bam out of
way.
I made a big bet on it, so
did you? Okay,
today's my last day.
If you had a bet on it, Scraby, then you can retire. So that's be kind of good.
Today's my last day.
Your last day, okay. All right, the funniest tweet we got yesterday, Tony, because we talked a lot about old Mark DeRosa and the whole WBC thing. So we got a funny tweet after Italy beat Mexico and clinched the U.S.'s spot. The tweet said, "Now, somebody please remind Mark DeRosa that from here on out, it's single elimination." And I just thought that was a funny line. He's going to have to wear at least that at the end of all this. But you know what? No harm, no foul in the end, I guess, Tony, because, they're in and it's okay now.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I get it. I get that, he should know. Here's the deal. And this is kind of I think it's unique to the American side. I think sometimes they, especially in that managerial position, it's baseball and you're thinking major leagues, but this isn't that, right? There are specific rules that can kind of change the outcome. And D-Ro got caught slipping early in the day when he didn't clearly know that his squad needed to win that game. Now, I just wasn't willing to go the next step, which is to say that from 9:40 a.m. to whenever they played that game, that not a single official, anybody.
That's what Tony said. I mean, that's what Scraby said. Yeah.
Not even a player. Because I'm telling you, players, there's always somebody curious. There's always somebody double checking. Even just in side conversations, I don't think that's right, man. I think we still gotta.
Somebody. Scraby said the same thing. We're blaming Mark DeRosa, but shouldn't somebody have told him?
Team USA shoulders the blame
somewhere.
I don't think that it just seems mind blowing that he would have gotten through the whole game at that point and not know. I would at least have guessed that. And here's the other thing that I don't think enough people are talking about. I know for a fact that each of these 30 teams are the teams that have allowed their players to participate.
Yeah.
They all got side restrictions for sure. Some of these guys can't.
In terms of how much he can play guys.
How much he can play guys, who needs ABs, the fact that if someone gets up to warm up, they got to come in. They can't pitch on back-to-backs. They're not going to do a sit-down, meaning finish an inning, go sit down, come. So he's got to balance all that too. And I'm not excusing him not knowing that they still need to go out with.
You're putting it in better perspective.
I'm just saying there are a whole lot of things that that the American side especially has to deal with, whereas some of these guys on the other teams, they don't have any restrictions. Yes, some of the big league dudes do, but some of these guys aren't big leaguers, and they are free to kind of go about it the way they are.
Tony, what say you to the people out there, Chris, who wanted the team to lose so that Frank or Mark DeRosa
I did
looked bad?
I did it. I said that and I want to put it in the proper context, but I did say it. But I said it in the context of we all slow down to look at a car wreck. Like nobody wants to see a car wreck, but when you see one, you slow down. That's kind of my context for why I could have seen them losing last night.
Well, Chris isn't the only one. I saw many people saying this.
Yeah, so
that doesn't seem very American of these folks. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Chris. Well, all right, whatever.
It doesn't seem very American.
I was rooting for my brethren south of the border here, Scraby. You're not keeping an eye on these people.
I'm sorry. I'm American.
Has anybody had the thought that, dang, maybe Team Italy is a good team?
They're looking pretty good.
You know,
right
Tony
now.
presented that to us in a text, and I thought maybe they are. They do have like Jack Caglione. They have all these guys that are.
They ain't scrubs. It's not like they throwing out dudes who throwing like 88. Every guy I saw,
they pitched Aaron Nola as their fourth starter. That's better than what the Phillies do. So
that's what I'm saying. So I mean, listen, there was obviously some error there, and I'm sure D-Row probably feels the same way. But
he's gonna.
I just thought it was a bit more of a stretch to keep going down that road.
Yeah, all right. We only have Tony. He's got to get going, but I there's too many things I got to touch on very quick, Tony. So like a one sentence thing. SDFC last night wins again in their second round of the CONCACAF, and they win 3-2 over Toluca. They finished the match 2 players down, and they still win. This SDFC thing is incredible. We're going to have our soccer guest coming on in a little bit. But these guys have got something special, and I hope that our town, I know a lot of us are, but people are getting more and more excited about what they're doing. So,
yeah, man,
that was big.
I think everything, at least from what I've seen, starts with their head coach. There is a seems like a system and a way he wants them to go about it that has settled in really nicely with this group, and so. It just seems like they're set up well. They got some young guys in there kind of mixing in right now. It's been fun to watch. And, I didn't get to watch the one yesterday. I don't know if it was on Apple TV, considering it was a CONCACAF game.
It was on, I think, Fox Sports 2.
Yes.
I didn't get to watch it either, but whatever system he has, it couldn't have included playing with only 9 guys. But they somehow find a way to win.
I didn't know that was news to me. I didn't know that they only played with 9 guys
at the end. At the very end, yeah. So incredible for them. We have a Lakers-Bulls game tonight, Tony. Throw that in there at you. You're 11.5-point favorites, and don't
look now. The Lakers like a half game out of the 3 seed right now. They have climbed their way back up 6 of their last 7.
That's because LeBron's been out of the lineup. All the naysayers say, Tony. I'm just telling you.
I know.
Yeah.
I almost hate that they're winning.
Yeah.
Because now when he comes back, it's like, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna bench LeBron? Are they gonna release him? And we gotta go through all of that. It's like I almost wish they would in some ways just play like 500. So there's no
they beat Minnesota the other night, and the first thing was, well, of course they didn't have LeBron. They're way better.
I mean, the numbers kind of do prove it, even though we know it doesn't make actual sense. The numbers lead people to believe it makes sense.
Yeah, people are believing what they want to believe on that
JJ's a smart guy. He'll figure out a way to stagger it or whatever he has to do. You're not better in the long term without LeBron.
It's hard to believe that you could be better without.
What if JJ just came up to LeBron with a bunch of analytics and just threw it on him and said, "You're coming off the bench"?
I think JJ
coming off the bench.
No, I think you should just show him all the flop videos that I get in my Twitter feed all the time.
We need to reset Chris's algorithm, by the way, Tony.
Chris has to reset. Chris is secretly a LeBron hater. I'm convinced.
I'm becoming a hater.
Which is why his algorithm is like that.
You're right. I've become a hater because every time they send one of these videos, I'm like more amazed than the last one. And I keep watching them all. And that's why I keep getting more of them.
You do know your phone listens to you. So
I know.
You're probably saying something sideways about LBJ.
Don't send me any more LeBron hating videos.
No,
you got it?
No, your phone knows that your phone is one of the most angry. Your phone's one of the most angry algorithms I've ever seen on the most random things.
Wait, speaking of which, we just got a statement
from
D-Row.
Oh, we did. You want to share it, or do you have it there?
Let me see if I can get it. Oh no, I'm surfing. I'm already on the.
I got Safari. It. I'm going to Twitter right now. Mark DeRosa.
All right. While you're finding that, I will add that the Aztecs play their game tonight against Colorado State in the Mountain West. Utah State. I was thinking Utah State maybe lose to UNLV in the quarterfinals. Not going to happen. Utah State's up by 20 late in the second half. That's the first quarterfinal. But tonight the Aztecs play Colorado State at 6. So that's kind of the other thing we'll touch on today. Scraby, did you find what Mark DeRosa said?
Yes, his media availability here is what he said about everything that's happened so far.
All right.
Is there anything that you want to clarify about the timeline of when all the tiebreakers became clear to you?
Yeah, it's just an overly confident statement on hot stove, period, the end. And it's my fault. I felt good about where we were after Mexico. Listen, us hanging out in the clubhouse is everything I ever dreamed of creating. You got to buy into this thing super quick and try and create a team. And for those players to invite the coaches in and for us to spend time together and enjoy a huge win that we hadn't had in 20 years was something that go out and play well against Italy. They played a hell of a game. They smacked us in the mouth early. They got up big. We went into that game prepared to win it. I think there's a couple false narratives out there, but no, I was well aware that we had to win that game based on all the scenarios that could take place. I mean, they went in 2-0, we went in 2-0. We knew they were playing Mexico the next day. We knew there was tiebreaker rules involved. So I can understand the questions about lineup and pitching situations. We were up against, a lot of guardrails with regards to teams, the deployment of certain relievers, how many pitches they can use, whether they can go back out, whether they can clean up innings. And you're just trying to piece it together in real time.
There you go.
That's what I believe Tony Gwynn Jr. said just about 10 minutes ago.
I told Tony
swear to God, I swear I haven't talked to Tebow.
You sounded like he quoted you word for word, pretty much.
I haven't talked to him at all. But I listen. I do know. I know for a fact. Even Mason Miller, he got restrictions on him. And so it's like I said, the idea that he went from 9:40 to 6 o'clock and knew nothing. We're already sealed. Hey, so you get an off day, you get an off day, you get an off day. No, because the talk was before it shouldn't matter. Before the tournament started, it shouldn't matter who they put in the lineup. This team should just da. And they got smacked in the mouth. You know who else? We seen the Dodgers do that. We seen the Dodgers get smacked in the mouth. Even though they're supposed to be the world's greatest team. It's baseball, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I do love that he just came out and said it was an overly confident statement.
Yeah.
Point blank.
And I did hear the words, my fault. And I like to hear that.
He owned that.
Even if you don't think it was your fault, please say that. It just is a better look.
Yeah. But to then the narrative, and he addressed, he said there's some false narratives out there, like he was just dumb and just not knowing anything the whole time.
I don't think it was dumb. I think it was dumb the night before when he was pouring beer down all their throats and telling them to party.
Doing beer bongs?
Yeah, when they were beer bonging in the clubhouse.
Their cake standing too, I bet.
You know what? I heard there's a bunch of ice luges.
That was not smart. That might have cost them.
I think he is taking the fall for being overconfident.
Well, he's going to be okay if they end up winning this thing.
That's what a manager should do, though.
Yeah, that's right.
Take the blame for being overconfident there. But I that's him being overconfident is one thing. Him being the narrative that they were so overly confident they didn't care is ridiculous to me.
And you guys piggyback on the same note, but he didn't say this, but somebody had to tell him.
Right.
Even if they didn't think he was, if they thought maybe he was joking on the morning show, somebody should have still pulled him aside and said, "No, you do know."
Right?
Just so he knew, and then they're good.
I'm sure somebody had
to.
If I saw one of you guys on TV say something wrong, I would text you immediately and be like, "Hey,
clean it up."
Yeah, just so you could handle it there.
All right, Anthony, go do whatever work you got to do because we have a big Fantabulous game show coming up a little later that you have to be ready for. And in the meantime, we'll sail towards 6 o'clock on Gwynn and Chris. All right, so here's what happened. I was at the corner, and I'm going to call out the streets because who cares? It was Claremont Mesa Drive and Ruffin Road, which is pretty close to our radio station here.
Yeah.
I had to run over and pick up a little cash from the bank. That was simple, trip before I came into work. And I'm on Ruffin Road, coming up to Claremont Mesa Boulevard.
Ruffin Road can be a little rough sometimes.
Well, they could pave that.
It wouldn't hurt sometimes.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt. They can't call it paved road. I know that.
Wait, your issue isn't the potholes in the road?
That was I'm used to that. So we come up on Claremont Mesa, and we're at the stoplight. I'm in the left-hand turn lane to turn left on Claremont Mesa. I'm the third car back. And there's 2 left turn lanes. There's 3 cars in line here. And then the going straight is also red. And that is backed up each of the lanes. So that I've got cars on my right. I've got cars on my left. I got 2 in front of me. I got people behind me. No big deal. Light cycles through. And our turn doesn't come.
Oh, no.
So the cross traffic gets to go again. And then the people coming across in our direction, they get to go again. And then for a second time, they skip our turn. Well, that's what I thought. So now...
Actually, you're not going anywhere. You're stuck.
Right, you're stuck.
You're not going anywhere.
And my first thought, of course, as a good scout or, athlete, is to look around. Is there any way out? Can I back up? Can I, I'll do anything. But there is nowhere for me to go.
No.
It happens a third time.
Whoa.
And I'm pretty clear at this point, this light's broken. And I'm starting to think, how are we going to get out of this? Am I going to have to call, the police to come and fix it? No one's going to know it's broken.
911 emergency response.
Yeah.
Emergency. Ruffin Road in Claremont. The light is stuck.
The light is stuck. And so this is 5 minutes probably, but you can imagine 5 minutes.
No,
that's a long
time.
time, right? Well, when it comes to the 4th time, I finally start just leaning on my horn.
Oh.
I'm trying to get...
What are the people in front of you going to do?
Well, because there was a moment, right, after the traffic comes this way, it paused.
You want them to run the light.
You could at least a couple people could run the light. We could get this going here.
You want them to run the light.
I did.
Break the law.
Well, they had to. Otherwise, we'd still be there. Anyway, so this is going on. So I'm starting leaning on my horn. The lady next to me looks at me like, what the hell are you doing?
Good for her. Good for her.
And good for her. Yeah.
Kidding.
I'm like, ma'am,
kidding.
are you just clueless? Were you going to sit here the rest of your life?
She has faith that the light's going to turn eventually.
Evidently so. If it had gone again, the guy next to me on this side rolled down his passenger window. That starts to go down. I think he's going to be mad. And he's like, what? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure the light's broken. Like, how do you not know this? We've all been sitting here for 6-7 minutes now. The 2 cars at the very front of the left turn lane are not budging. So they apparently are content to sit there for as long as it need be.
They also have faith that the light is going to turn.
But I have no faith.
What gives them that faith?
Yeah, but what gave them the faith? I mean, it had cycled through 4 times now. The 5th time, I was going to just have to get out of my car and walk up to that and go, will you please do something? Or get, and if you don't, and I would have,
something.
You know what I would have said? If you don't want to run the light, just get out of my way so I can run the light. I'm not sitting here the rest of the day. And finally, on the 5th time, the first 2 people ran the light, and the next person was able to get half. You know what I mean? And after a couple more cycles through, I got out of there. But I don't know.
Did the light ever start working?
I don't know. If you're at Claremont Mesa and Ruffin Road, you might still be there. I don't know. This was 45 minutes ago or so.
Wow.
So my question to you is, how differently would you have handled this than I did? And I'll start with you, Tony. Would there have been any difference, or do you know?
I don't know if I would have laid on my horn.
You would have just never laid on it.
I think I might have maybe rolled down the window, see if I could talk to somebody, see what else.
See if anybody else was in on it?
I don't think I would have laid on my horn because, listen, what you're asking is for them to, which may not be easy for everybody, and that is the timing between when because they're waiting for their light to turn.
Yes,
right?
they were waiting for
the light's not going to turn. But that also then requires them to guess the exact kind of when the timing of when they can go. And
yeah, well, you know what? Figure it out.
I think a lot of people wouldn't be comfortable with
running the light,
with
even
running the
under
light.
these circumstances. Well, I think,
not when there's other cars that could actually hit them.
okay, I think you are right. And the reason I think you're right is because of the 40 to 50 cars that were now piled up in my area behind me and around me. I was the only one honking.
Right, and then
nobody else. Like I said, we got a Fantabulous Sports Game Show at 3:40. If you're not listening right now, Adam Klug, somebody call Adam's son and tell him we're playing today.
Yes.
He's a big fan of that game, as I think many of you are. So Tony will be back at 3:40, and it'll be Scraby versus Tony in a round of the Fantabulous Sports Game Show. I'm telling you in advance, do something a little different today. Not way different, but a little different. I think you'll like it. Big Five is coming up at 4:30. Tony will join us for that later as well. So we will be hearing from Mr. Gwynn in and out. In the meantime, Heath Pierce from MLS Apple TV will join us to talk about that win last night. I didn't see it, so I can't put it in the totally right context. But when I read that the team won despite being 2 players short, and I guess they were 1 player short for a longer period than that, and still won against the team that won the Mexican La Liga, whatever that is, the championship. Like that, they beat a really good team.
Yeah, it's not a bad team.
3-2. They fell behind in the game, and come back. This SDFC's got something special. Now, I will say the second leg of that tournament, you know how it works now in these, Champions Cup. It's aggregate score, and if you end up the same after 2 matches with the same number of goals, then the team that scores more on the road advances. That's how that works. Now, if that's too confusing, I'll try to break it down a little different. But right now, San Diego's ahead 3-2. But if Toluca were to win the next match 1-0, okay, then it'd be 3-3. And then the tiebreaker would be who scored more on the road. Well, in this case, SDFC would have 0.
Mm-hmm.
The other guys would have 2 because they got 2 here last night.
Yeah.
So for SDFC most likely to advance, they're going to have to at least play to a draw when they go to Toluca. Because if they lose, we're so into these tiebreak scenarios.
You know what?
After the WBC,
I was just thinking,
but
they need to for the common math idiot like me.
I know, right? The common person doesn't know all this stuff.
I need more simple directions.
And you know what? Tony was right about this. The whole analytic thing about Miami of Ohio and Auburn and all this. Why should the regular? I mean, sure, a lot of us are totally into it, right? We're dedicated. We watch every game. We look at Palm brackets. We look at CBS. We're really into the whole thing. But most of us aren't that into it. Just give us the field, and we're going to pick the games based on the uniform colors and try to win the office pool. That's most of us.
Yeah.
So as Tony said earlier, people don't know the analytics. Tony said, yeah, and they shouldn't have to.
Mm-hmm.
If Miami goes 31-0, which they did, and then loses, which they did today, in the minds of almost every college basketball fan, they still belong in the tournament. And, if your case is for Auburn, understand they're losing again. They're down to Tennessee by 9 late in the second half. They're probably going to lose, which will give them, 11 losses in their last 13 games. I mean, come on. If you're playing the Lakers, I'll give you 11 out of 13. But you're still playing other college basketball teams. I know they're better than the teams Miami, but I can't put you in the tournament under those circumstances.
You know how I feel about all this.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's so stupid.
All right, so that's
I think you rank the top 64 teams in the country, and boom.
Okay, well, but again, the argument, the Bruce Pearl people would say, okay, if we rank the top 64, Miami wouldn't be one.
They're number 20.
Okay, you're looking at the AP rankings.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, but I'm talking about all the analytic rankings,
no,
which
I don't
have
care
them
about
in the
any
40s
of the
and the 50s.
Palm. I don't care about made-up stuff.
But a lot of people think that's more accurate. They think the AP poll is made up stuff.
You know what? It's good for those people. You know what I think? A 31-1 team should make the tournament.
Now,
and if they lose in the first round,
so be it.
So be it.
Yeah, their quad 1 record this year was 0-0. They didn't play a single game.
How many quad ones?
I think Auburn. I think I'm doing this off the top of my head, but I think Auburn is 3-12.
That's not good.
I know.
I know you're playing 15 quad one opponents, but you're not good.
The Auburn people would say, "Hey, we beat Florida. We beat this team. We beat that team. We beat 3 quad one teams. We should be in." I say, "Yeah, but you lost 12.
What is
get out of here?
What does Tony's dad say? Did the sun shine on the dogs behind 2 times a day?
Yeah, right. You ended up beating Florida. Yeah. I mean, okay. Well, that's going to be the controversy between now and Sunday, but we'll see how it turns out. Aztecs, as I said, play later against Colorado State. I was just looking at the bracketology, the latest, like guys are doing. The bracket people are updating like every 20 minutes now because everything changes with every result.
Things get real for them right about now.
Yeah, but right now, Lenardi has the Aztecs as next 4 out. CBS has them as next 4 out. But Jerry Palm, who's our guy, and has been proven to be better than these other guys.
He's won awards.
He has the Aztecs as first 4 out, along with New Mexico. Why does that matter? Because if the Aztecs win tonight and New Mexico wins tonight, they would play each other tomorrow.
For the tournament.
Maybe that would be the one.
Yeah.
The Aztecs, I don't know if we're right. I mean, we might be dreaming, as Aztec fans. But it does seem like there's a little hope that they could get in, but can't lose tonight.
I mean, just win the tournament.
Win the tournament, then we won't have any. Then we won't have any argument. All right, Padres play later against the Royals. We'll give you some Padre news when we come back, but also Heath Pierce, MLS play-by-play guy, Apple TV, to talk about this amazing SDFC when Gwynn and Chris continues.
Ben and
Tony Gwynn Jr. was with us earlier. He'll be back with us later. He's in Peoria with the Padres. A couple of college basketball scores of interest, I think, to many of you who follow it. We're at conference tournament time. Utah State did beat UNLV and beat them pretty good, 80-60 in the first round of the Mountain, or the quarterfinals of the Mountain West. Next game is Nevada, Grand Canyon. They're on that side of the bracket. Tonight at 6 o'clock, Aztecs, Colorado State. We just talked about this team on the bubble. Auburn and the SEC is down to Tennessee 69-62. Final 30 seconds. Looks like Auburn will lose, and then they'll start crowing about how great they are, even though their record is, it's 17-16, I think. ACC, Miami advanced over Louisville. Earlier today, I think it was Virginia. Yeah, they beat NC State. Arizona won its first quarterfinal in the Big 12. And then the big one of the day was in the MAC, of all places, but undefeated Miami finally lost. UMass, the 8 seed, knocked them out. You know, people are gonna say, you know, because the 8 seed beat you, that's horrible and you suck. Okay, I get it. But when the 8 seed wins like that, what it reminds me is, you know, they just went 20-0 in that conference. Like, all of those teams were capable of beating them, apparently, but none of them did. So, you know what I'm saying? If the 8 seed beats you in the tournament, it tells me that those teams were right on your level. You just beat them all. You deserve something for that. Does anybody understand what I'm saying? I don't even know if I understand what I'm saying.
Sorry, I wish I could give you more. I'm trying to get Neil on the phone.
I know. We got Heath Pierce from MLS.
I keep calling him Neil. His name is not Neil.
Well, no wonder he's not going to come on. He keeps asking for Neil, and Heath is answering the phone going, sorry, Neil's not here.
No, he doesn't do that.
Here, Heath Pierce, play-by-play Apple TV. If you weren't paying attention, soccer fans, last night, incredible. SDFC down 1 man, then down 2 men. But in the end, they beat Toluca 3-2 in the first leg of that CONCACAF Champions Cup. The second leg will be next Wednesday at Toluca. Quite exactly sure where that is, other than to say it's in Mexico somewhere. Before that,
I think it's Mexico City, because I believe their elevation is insane.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought the last team they played was from Mexico City, too. The Puma. They were from Mexico City.
Someone on the chat will tell me.
Somebody on the chat is big soccer. Where's Toluca? Is it actually in Mexico City as well? But before that, STFC will take its 3-0 MLS record into Dallas to take on FC Dallas. That's Saturday at 5:30 on Apple TV. STFC is not only 3-0, Scrabe.
Mm-hmm.
They have 3 clean sheets.
I like it.
Do I sound like I know what I'm talking about now as a soccer guy?
You know, I wish I had 3 clean sheets, too.
Sounds
I only
good,
have 1 clean sheet right now.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Bottom, which one's dirty? The bottom one or the top one?
I don't have 2 sheets on the...
You don't have a sheet on the bottom and then a sheet over the...
No, I don't have a sheet. I don't
you just have the bottom sheet and then what?
Just the bottom sheet, but I have to wash it constantly because Lucky is a dog and he...
Okay, so what do you sleep under? Just a blanket. No sheet under that blanket,
In the summer, it is a top sheet, but it's not a blanket.
All right. We just found out way more than we ever wanted to know about Scraby's sleep habits.
Because it's too much when you go to a hotel and then they have a comforter, a blanket, a top sheet, and then like a furry thing, and then the bed. It's too much. Way too much.
Heath Pierce from Apple TV.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a hold of him.
Still trying to grab him. All right. Just want to, our communication is just kind of iffy right now because you're over there doing your thing. I'm over here trying to keep everybody tap dancing as we go along. Some of the other news today, while we wait to see if we can get Heath on to talk some soccer with us. Your old friend Dre Greenlaw has returned to the 49ers.
Yes.
He is the guy. And this is like, I would make fun of him if it was fair too, but he's the guy that ran onto the field during the Super Bowl against Kansas City to start just any old series and blew up his Achilles.
Yep.
Like, he turned to run on the field, and his Achilles just tore off.
It did.
And he didn't get to play, obviously, in that Super Bowl against Kansas City. He didn't play much last year, although he ended up over in Denver for a little while. Now, see, we were talking about the salary cap yesterday.
Mhm.
How does this work? He signed a 3-year, $31 million deal with Denver. Does that mean?
Well, how much was guaranteed?
I don't know. What I'm
See-
saying is that the 2 years left, does that mean what the 49ers
No.
do? No. That
Depending on
$31
if he
million
has-
just goes away?
Depending on if, yeah, because it's not guaranteed money. So that's why guaranteed money is very important in these contracts, because that is what dead caps.
So he got 3-year, $31 million, but the Broncos only
looking.
have to pay him for the first year because now he's no longer a Bronco.
They also had I guess an out.
Okay. There's so many weird things. 49ers, it says here, are giving him a 1-year deal, $7 million, which sounds, I don't know how healthy Dre Greenlaw is after that Achilles thing, but if he's somewhat healthy and anywhere near the player he was with the 49ers, $7.5 million would be a steal.
Yeah,
Yes?
definitely. I
Okay.
think so. I love that Dre Greenlaw's back. I just don't know, like you said, I don't know what he has left.
We don't know how healthy he's been. You might like this better. Let's see if you like this better, Scrabe. Well, again, we're trying to get some soccer talk, and if we don't get it, we'll get it later. But veteran Mike Evans, who signed with your 49ers, I love his quote.
Oh, I didn't know how you're going to feel about this.
He said, I feel like the 49ers were one piece away last year, and I think I am that piece.
Oh, I didn't hear that quote. I heard him talk about Brock Purdy being a potential MVP.
Never mind that. He says the 49ers needed one thing last year, and that thing is me.
Is that arrogant?
No. Well, okay, yes, but what he's doing, what I think he's doing is he's challenging himself to come there and produce and be a difference maker. I don't think that's a bad thing to do. If I'm a fan of that team, which you are, I'd be happy to hear him say that. I mean, to me, somebody who says I'm the missing piece, they're not going to come in and just, dilly-dally around, because it's going to be pretty embarrassing if they do.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there you go.
I mean, I don't
you don't
think
like this as much as I do?
No,
or?
I don't think it's arrogant. I was just joking because it seems like something a wide receiver would say, but Mike Evans has never given me that vibe that he's a me guy over a team guy. He seems like he's a team guy.
He does.
But
I
didn't read it that way, but I like reading it that way because
that's how I would read it. What's another way to read it? That he's arrogant
and he thought that his presence would have put him in the Super Bowl. But what he's saying is last yeyear.
No, he's saying his presence now will get them in the Super Bowl.
They lacked a number one wide receiver last year.
Don't even think he's really saying that. I think because that would be taking a shot at Jawan Jennings and the rest of these guys. I think what he's basically saying is just put me on that team and we will win. I like it from Mike Evans.
Me too. Please win me a bunch of games, Mike Evans, please.
Now you got Mike Evans. The Miami Dolphins have just signed a free agent wide receiver as well.
Who's that?
Don't think there's much comparison on who got the better guy. Pretty sure you did. Dolphins just signed a 1-year, $10 million. No, wait. Sorry, this is what he had last year. So that's wrong. It doesn't say what he getting for the Dolphins. Tutu Atwell has become a Dolphin. Are you fired up for that?
Tutu,
you going with that? He was the third receiver for the Rams. I don't know how much impact he had last year.
Yeah, they don't have his new contract, but
yeah, I don't have his contract either. But
he's a Drew Rosenhaus guy.
What the hell does that mean?
He's got a high-powered agent. He had a high-powered agent.
Well, he was a second-round pick.
He's only 26. He's only been in the league for 5 years.
And he's been in the league 5 years and done diddly.
Maybe he didn't have the opportunity.
Maybe.
Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods was behind.
Okay, 64 games, 105 catches. That's less than 2 per game. Not feeling it, but the hell.
I saw him when I went to a 49ers Rams
I would say this, if you're a Dolphin fan like I am, this is the kind of player that you have to expect they're going to be able to afford at this point. And so that's what they got.
Well, they did say that they're in like cap reconstruction.
I believe the word is just cap hell is where they are. Yeah.
But I remember watching Tutu Atwell. I went to a 49ers Rams game at SoFi.
He caught an 84-yard touchdown, and everybody thought he was the greatest thing in the world.
But I saw the ball come down into his hands, and he made a really nice catch, Chris. So you got that going for you. And he's a good punt returner, I think.
Woohoo!
I'm trying to help you be excited about Tutu
I'm not
Atwell.
getting too excited about this one, but what the hell? The Commanders added, I think, a pretty good little back here. Rashad White.
Yeah.
Formerly of the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
All right. So he goes to again, I still have trouble calling them the Commanders, but that's who they are.
Since I don't know that we're going to get our guy Heath in this segment.
It's looking like we're not going to get him here. So.
Toluca is like 40 miles southwest of Mexico City, or 39 miles, says Clay. Also, their elevation is over 8,700 feet.
Wow.
That is crazy.
Oh, let's see. Laramie, when I go with the Aztecs, is 78.
7,800?
No, 72. 72.28.
It's a good thing that Jim
so this is even higher
though.
than the all-time story by Ted Leitner. Smokey Gaines telling his team, don't worry about the altitude. The gym is pressurized.
The gym is pressurized, just like a plane.
That is one of the funniest lines ever. And I'm telling you, if you were around in the Smokey Gaines era, he had a lot of lines like that. But that is a funny one. By the way, on the WBC, there's no games today, but we are on to the quarterfinals, and the U.S. indeed is in. Playing Canada again. Like, this is like the matchup in every sport, it seems like. After the hockey, the men, the women, the gold medals, we get baseball. Canada has a pretty interesting team because, Josh Naylor's on that team, former Padre.
Yes.
I'm trying to look at some of the other names, but they have a lot of big league players on that team. Again, I don't know how many of them are from Canada, but I don't know how this all really works either. Josh Naylor born in Canada?
Yes, he was. No, Josh Naylor's from Canada.
From Canada.
I remember that because when he went back to Toronto,
there was a big
with the Padres. It was like a homecoming type of thing for him. I just got a text. He said he's really sorry. We're going to try to do this at 3 p.m.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's fine. Well, you know what? Tell him we're really sorry and we don't have time for him.
Yeah, okay.
Can you imagine? Look Josh Naylor up. Tell me where he was born.
I think he was born in
I really want to see
Ontario or something.
Well, please tell me. I really want to know now.
All right.
I want to know.
Josh Naylor.
Is he truly a Hab?
He was born in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada.
Okay. So he's a legit Hab.
I don't like it when you call them that.
I like the Habs.
Do we know that they still like that?
I don't know if they like it or not. It's short for Les Habitants, and it's what the Canadians hockey team is referred to by people that are, big time fans of the hockey team. So I don't have a problem with that. Some of the other players on Canada, Otto Lopez, shortstop for the Marlins, Tyler O'Neill, outfielder for the Red Sox or Orioles. He keeps moving around. Owen Casey, the young prospect who's now with the Marlins, last year with the Cubs. Their center fielder is the guy who's, I think is Denzel Clark, the guy who made the catch of the century last year against the Angels.
Yeah, he climbed up on the Angels wall
and reached over
the Angels wall.
Yeah. So anyway, that's Team Canada. The starting pitcher, by the way, yesterday in Team Canada's win was Cal Quantrill, an old friend. So that's who the U.S. is going to be playing. It'll be in the quarterfinals tomorrow. The other quarterfinal tomorrow will be Korea against the DR. And I will say that Fernando hit another homer yesterday for the DR.
Yeah. And
so he's got 2 at least in the tournament.
I got to say, those games look incredibly fun to be
in terms of the atmosphere.
Man, that thing is
they're going
party.
Crazy.
Did you see? It wasn't a bat flip that Fernando had last night. It was a bat throw.
Well,
it was awesome.
He also, from what I saw, slapped a high five with every player on his team before he even got to first base.
Yeah.
Like, it was bananas. They're not going to be playing there tomorrow, though. Tomorrow they're going to play at Miami, Florida.
I still think it's going to be electric.
Depot Park.
It's going to be electric stuff.
The USA-Canada game will be in Houston, Texas. Saturday will be the other games. One will be Puerto Rico against Team Italia. Vinny Pasquantino hit not 1, not 2, but 3 homers last night.
First guy ever in WBC history.
For Team Italia. They'll be taking on Puerto Rico. And I think the other game is really good on Saturday, potentially. because Venezuela's got Acuna and a bunch of guys that are really good, but they're taking on Japan and Shohei and all those guys. So that'll be a good one Saturday.
Japan, I believe, almost went down the other day, but
yeah, you can lose one, as the U.S. proved, so it's okay. But
well, they were actually in the quarterfinals. So did they actually lose, Chris?
Well, again, I'm gonna repeat this line because it's my favorite line of the day. Just remind DeRosa that single elimination from here on out. Logan,
please, someone bring a sign to the stadium and just hold it up.
Right, my mark.
Yeah,
because as they proved during the circus thing of a day or two ago, nobody told him he was wrong. So, yeah, we're going to have to tell him. Logan Webb is going to start for the U.S. tomorrow. A major league pitcher, Michael Soroka, will start for Canada. So that's coming up. I will say this, Mark DeRosa, whether he did it on purpose, and I'm sure he didn't, but Mark DeRosa somehow made the World Cup baseball classic. Something worth talking about this time. I haven't been into it like this ever before. So
I don't know where you've been. Welcome to the party.
Okay.
Welcome to the party, pal.
All right, we will finally talk some soccer with Heath Pierce next, and then we'll have a daily gambit, and everything you need to know will be coming your way on Gwynn and Chris. Tony joins us at the bottom of the next hour. soccer because our soccer club, the SDFC, just continues to do really great things. Chris Ello, Matt Scraby, together in our Odyssey Palace Studios. Tony Gwynn Jr. will be with us from Peoria here in a little while. But right now we are talking soccer, and it is so our fault that Heath Pierce was sitting by his phone and not answering it because our phone number comes up as spam.
Sometimes it
Scraby,
does.
can you please change that so that people like Heath Pierce don't have this?
This is stuff that Chris doesn't know, that we've been working on this for like years,
and it hasn't been able to be changed.
No.
Heath, welcome to my life, sir. Thank you so much for being on the show. How are you today?
I'm doing all right. Better now that I get to be on the same show as Tony Gwynn Jr. That's pretty amazing.
You are on. Well, you're on his show. Unfortunately, he's not here. But
you'll catch him throughout the season for sure.
Yes, we'll pass it along. Yeah. Thanks, Heath. 3-time MLS All-Star and member of the U.S. national team. So we're excited to have you on, Heath. Talk a little bit. I don't know how much of the the CONCACAF Cup you watched or last night, and we were obviously was here in town, but. Talk about SDFC wins this match. They're down one player for a lot of the match, and then they end up down two players. Like, how crazy is that they were able to somehow win that match? This team keeps doing things that are amazing.
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, just last week I had the pleasure of calling a game where the LA Galaxy went down a man in Colorado, and within 5 minutes you saw just the deficit that they experienced by not having 11 players on the field, where they fell apart and ended up giving up multiple goals, and that game got quickly out of reach. But against a champion side like Toluca, really shows you the culture, the fighting spirit, the belief that San Diego FC has in their ability to compete with the best teams in CONCACAF.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, Heath Pierce is with us. So what I'm sure you've been in a few matches where your team's been down a player. Maybe, I don't even know if you've ever been down two. What does the team do? I mean, because a lot of us can't even fathom, somehow winning despite having two fewer players.
Well, I've been the one who's been sent off before, and I spend, 80 plus minutes in the locker room hoping that it doesn't go awry. And one time when I was playing in Germany, and the game ended up being a 6-0 loss, so I took the bulk of the blame for that one. But when you're a player on the field, oftentimes in training you'll go through these exercises where you play a back five or a block of 6 against 7-8 players, and they're just throwing everything at you, balls from wide areas, possession. Yeah. And you can usually keep it to zeros for quite a long period, right? You're in this kind of controlled setting, and that's what you train it for, is being able to not really feel where that extra man comes from. But when you're in a knockout competition, obviously it's a different type of feeling. So it is something you simulate, but very rarely does a team have an ability, at least for that long of a period, to play down a player, because fatigue kicks in. And it really just takes one moment where you're saying, I'm going to take the offensive risk, or we're going to open up, or I don't need to track back because the team's got it, where you get punished. And to see that type of performance, I mean, I think it's one of the greater matches in the history of the competition, in terms of, seeing two teams with this level of quality, and then to face that type of setback, to come out of that at home is just incredible.
Talking to Heath Pierce here on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big banking, it's better. And I know that you played in the MLS 5 seasons. You played 235 appearances across MLS and Europe. But when you played versus now, how much has the talent risen over time? Because I know that more guys are looking at the MLS as a legitimate option for their professional career. Do you see the talent level being better than when you played?
No, before you answer that, I want to remind you that he still thought you were a high talent that could play at any level. So,
yeah, thank you. I think the reality is that, and especially with regard to San Diego FC, my first club was in Denmark, FC Nordsjælland, which is a sister club of Right to Dream and San Diego FC and the ownership group. And so, to see that club be on the map now, and some of the talent that you look at MLS, they're sending all the young guys to get some experience elsewhere and coming back when they're ready for first team action. But the overall quality, there's been these phases in Major League Soccer where it was about, it's not about the 3 DPs, right? How do we make that 4 to 7 in the roster stronger? And then it's like the 8 to 11. Now you have a full starting team, but we're lacking depth. Now you look at the fact that San Diego FC have got, Saturday, Wednesday, what seems like forever, and they're able to rotate a squad with depth. And so it's not just the quality of your first 11 now. It's the fact that a lot of teams in Major League Soccer have a starting, 15, 16 players that they can call upon and know that you're competing for starting spots. That's going to drive improvement in training. It's going to drive player development. You've now got academies that are, pushing competition from the bottom up as well. And so it's creating these environments where you want that intensity. Whereas, when I was playing in Major League Soccer, you pretty much knew if you were a starter, if you weren't. It was set from the beginning of the year. And yes, you had intensity and competition and training depending on the squad you were in. But right now, it's really cultivating a high level of quality and also a style of play, right? San Diego distinctly different than other teams within Major League Soccer, which means it requires, and obviously it's different when you're building something from scratch, hard to get right more than anything, but to build a system and a style and a culture that aligns with the city and the ethos of a region and all those things, I think are really, really difficult to get right. And San Diego FC has done a great job with it.
Incredible for sure. Heath Pierce, one last quick thing before you go, because you mentioned FC Nordsjælland. I could not have said that until you pronounced it, but that was in the Danish.
Hey, by the way, I made Mikey Varas on our call with him today pronounce it because he called him FCN. I said, say the whole thing, and he said it perfectly. So
See,
I was like, all right.
CN Mikey Varas.
Yeah.
Okay, so
he's good at everything.
Yeah, right. He has been. But what I bring up the Danish Super League because our top or two of our top guys, right, Dreyer and Ingvartsen, are from Denmark. And so the tie there seems like it's working very well for us. I don't know how that ties into your time in Denmark, but I imagine it's something that kind of makes sense to for you.
Well, I think anytime that you bring players in that are international players, you run the risk of the cultural differences. And obviously, a country of 5-6 million people like Denmark is culturally very different. But in terms of their ability to immerse themselves, they're highly educated, they're well traveled, they're well cultured, they speak multiple languages, and I think the style of play, when you look at a number of players that have come through the league that are from Denmark or have played in Denmark, aligns well with some of the teams, and especially with San Diego FC, and then having that broader pool of player, the network of scouting, the technical minds. Tactical minds that exist across the wider portfolio of San Diego FC, I think allows them to hedge their bets on players that fit well within the system. But overall, the players that spend a bulk of their time in Denmark or from Denmark, I think tend to be well adjusted just about anywhere that they end up playing their career.
Heath, good stuff. I really appreciate it. Now, you played 35 matches for a U.S. national team. Yes? Does that sound right?
I did, yes.
35. Yes. What did you do with your caps?
I wish we got physical caps.
They don't give you one, do they? They call it a cap, right?
Yeah, because I've had friends ask for a couple, and I'm like, I'll gladly go down to 33. You can have two.
Yeah.
No problem. But I do believe when you got to 100 at a certain point, there was a cap that had everything embroidered on it. You got some sort of gift. But 35 is a little bit short of that. And so, yeah, all you got is a Wikipedia page that had a number next to it. But obviously, always, was a proud moment to wear the crest, represent the country, and play all over the world.
Heath Pierce, MLS match analyst for Apple TV. Heath, hopefully we'll see you in San Diego soon. Thanks for the insight, sir.
Thank you so much for having me.
You betcha. There he goes, Heath Pierce. All these guys from Apple TV have been so good to us, and we appreciate their time. He had to hustle because he was supposed to be on last segment. If you're just tuning in, Scraby messed it up.
I did not mess it up.
I know you didn't, but how can that not be changed in 7 years?
Don't ask.
Really?
Don't ask.
Well,
it's a sensitive subject. It's a sensitive subject. It is.
I mean,
I actually, you know what?
I'm not blaming you at all.
No, if you're going to blame,
there's no blame. It's just like, how can we not call the phone company and say, hey, please take this designation off this phone.
Not that easy.
All right.
You know what? If anything, we can blame me because usually I send a text to these guys beforehand and I say, "Hey, it's going to be coming from an 833 number, which will probably come up as spam." But today was maybe my most insane day in the last year.
Yeah, a little hectic. Okay.
So I forgot.
You didn't forget. It's okay. We got Heath on. We got to talk about soccer, and he said what I was hoping he would say, which was the win last night by SDFC is about as amazing as anything has been in a CONCACAF match like that he's ever seen. I mean, I think I want that understood. They were 2 players down.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You mean you had 9 guys or 8 guys running around against 10 and you still won. As he said, when you're down a man, sometimes you can keep the other team from scoring, right? Because you just do everything defensively and you don't take any chances. But it's what SDFC scored 3 goals. Now, not all down 2 men, but you know what I'm saying. This was a great performance.
Well, it's like thinking about hockey when you go down a guy. You don't have to cover that much ice. You have to cover so much soccer field when you're down 2 guys, let alone 1 guy.
I don't know how they did it. So good for them. Mikey Veras, you are he's been a god for that team. And look, we didn't even get into the fact that they're 3-0 in the MLS so far, coming off the season they had last year. And they haven't given up a goal yet. And their goaltender isn't old enough to drink.
That is true. He's 19?
He's 19. Goalkeeper. I hope he's upset.
No, goaltender is like a chicken tender or something.
Yeah, all right. Gwynn and Chris, we take a break. Daily Gambit, we didn't forget about you. From appreciate the appearance of Heath Pierce on the program, MLS match analyst for Apple TV.
Joined us on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking, it's better.
And he joined us after wading his way through a spam call that you kept giving to him.
I can't ignore spam calls fast enough. So
right, I don't blame him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't answer it either. All right, he was on. SDFC has Dallas on Saturday at 5:30, and it'll be on Apple TV. All right, time for Daily Gambit. I'm calling this isn't an Omaha. This is what do we call it when I just take domination of the show for a moment?
Jerkiness.
Okay. All right. In a moment of jerkiness, we're not giving the results last night. I went 0-7. That's all I want to say about that.
Just know, people, I love it.
0-7. Try to predict 7 games wrong.
That's true.
It's almost as hard as predicting 7 games right.
You're right.
So we're going to go from that to our picks for tonight. And we're going to go to our picks for tonight when I find the sheet. There it is.
All right, let's just skip the open. We're crushed for time here, so let's skip the open. There
All
we
right,
go.
We got Tony coming back at the bottom of the hour for our Fantabulous Sports Game Show. Aztecs are 6.5 over the Rams.
The
tonight.
Hams.
My dad used to call them the LA Hams, so I've projected that onto Colorado State. I'll let you go first. You went to
CSU?
one of the schools.
CSU.
Who you take?
You know what? It wouldn't surprise me if they made some crazy run in this tournament, but they have just been so inconsistent. I got to take Colorado State with the points.
I am probably going to have my, alumni status revoked.
Uh-oh.
But if you were betting this, like if you were smart betting this, you'd have to take Colorado State.
Yeah.
They just beat the Aztecs.
And they're getting 6.5 points.
They're getting points, a lot of points. And the Aztecs defense has been horrible. They give up 80 points every game now. I know that the kids say they're, fired up and psyched. I'm with you, Scrape. Maybe they could make a run, but you can't logically bet them and give 6.5 points tonight.
So what are you going to do?
I'm taking Colorado State.
All right.
Over-under's 142.5. That's easy. Over. Just told you the Aztecs go over 80 now every game. It's the new Aztecs. They used to never give up 70, let alone giving up 80 in every game.
I feel like Lamont Butler, I don't even know if he was great at defense.
He was good.
They're going to channel him tonight, and it's going to go under.
Going to go under. Maybe Magoon Guath will show up and block a couple shots.
Yeah, where has that guy been?
Well, you know where he's been? I'll be honest with you. He stands out at the three-point line and chucks up threes. He's 7 foot, come on. UCSD game is right here on our radio after the show. They're in the second round, 1.5 favorite against CSUN. Cal State Northridge, by the way, does not like to be called that anymore. They like to be called CSUN. I don't really get it, but that's
I will
their
call you
preference.
Cal State Northridge.
All right, who you picking?
I listened to this game. It was an exciting game last night.
It was a close game.
It was a close game.
Yeah, they ended up winning by 3.
Tritons were trailing most of the game.
Yeah, good for them to win it. What do you got?
UCSD.
Yeah, I might go with the Tritons. Why not? Come on. Got my guy Ted Mendenhall on the call.
I was listening all the way home last night.
I love Teddy Mendenhall. Great guy, and I'm glad he's doing the games. KU 4.5 over Braden Surprenant's Horned Frogs. This is the Big 12 quarterfinal. I respect Braden's Horned Frogs, but Kansas only giving 4.5 on a neutral court. I think Kansas is the play here.
I'm going Kansas as well.
KU as well. And then the last Mountain West Conference game of the night, New Mexico 15.5 over San Jose State. If you weren't paying attention last night, San Jose State shocked Boise State. Boise's supposed to win that game easily. No, San Jose State won by 10.
Wow.
So now New Mexico is a big favorite over them because San Jose was the 11 seed. 15.5 points, though. Sometimes tough to call. Scrape?
There's always one team in the tournament that surprises people and goes a little bit farther than they shouldn't, and I guess San Jose State's that team. 15.5 points. Too much? Give me the Spartans.
You're taking the Sharkies?
The Spartans.
San Jose Sharkies. I'll take New Mexico because a lot of times you're right, but a lot of times the upset team runs out of gas in the second game. By the way,
not the Air Force women.
No, they kept going right to the final. By the way, here's the Aztecs points allowed last bundle of games. 86, 86, 81, 72, 83, 73. And like I said, they used to never give up more than 70. Now it's commonplace for the Aztecs. It's been a weird year. NBA, Tony and I go head-to-head. His Lakers are favored by 12.5 over the Bulls. The Bulls went winless in February. Didn't win a game.
That is crazy.
Hard to do. But they played better in March. They beat the Warriors the other night in overtime, although Steph didn't play. I'm going to have to take the Bulls just so I can root for them. And then the question is LeBron playing or not?
They haven't played. Yeah, I mean,
we know the Lakers are better without him. Or at least
true.
Everybody wants to believe that.
I think 12.5 is too much, Bulls.
You're going Bulls too?
Yep.
All right. OKC's got 7.5 at home over the Celtics. A lot of people are saying this is going to be the NBA Finals this year now that Jason Tatum's come back.
Oh, it's an NBA Finals I won't watch.
Okay. Well, you know what? SGA makes it hard to watch.
No.
Yes, he does. He pushes off
Joe
every
Mazzulla
time.
makes it hard to watch.
Yeah, well, both teams, in my mind. You got Dort over there running around knocking people's heads off and getting technicals. You got SGA falling down and pushing off. And another thing he's now doing, Scrape, he jumps up, and when he takes his jumper, he'll kick his leg out, which is a foul on him, but they never see it. So they call it on the other guy.
If you're a superstar, they're going to let you get away with anything.
It's getting annoying. I hate it because SGA is a great player, and instead everybody's talking about all this other shenanigans with him. All right. Having said that, who you picking? You got to pick one side or the other.
I'll go OKC.
OKC minus 7.5. Yeah, I hate Missoula. I'll go OKC as well. One more matchup in points scored tonight. Luka -1 or SGA. Luka's obviously playing the Bulls. SGA is playing the Celtics. That is why I'm going with Luka, because I think the Bulls are going to give up, at least 150 points. Celtics probably won't.
Yeah, I'm going with Luka.
Luka as well. Okay.
Oh, I just got breaking news pop up on my phone.
Is it worth saying now, or should we hold on to it?
Yeah,
for
we
a
could
minute?
say it for a second. It's not worth analysis or anything.
It's not the end of the world, or is it a good
No,
one?
it's an NFL signing that we talked about yesterday.
Kyler Murray?
According to ESPN, Kyler Murray is signed with the Minnesota Vikings.
Boy, that's one of the worst kept secrets in the history of mankind.
You're right.
Isn't it?
You're right. Remember what I said yesterday? The guy
it was
said
guaranteed. Everybody
it would
said.
be a huge shock if he does not end up with the Vikings.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't even going to move the needle now. Everybody says he's going there.
I really like this move.
I think it's not bad, but I'm worried. Like I said, I told you what I'm worried about. Kyler Murray's reputation, and it's not even his reputation. It seems to be factual.
And
he's a lazy bum.
Stop calling him a bum.
He's a lazy quarterback.
Okay.
I mean, come on. You're getting paid $30 million. Open your playbook. Look at some film.
Do you think that may have been a humbling experience for him? And
we'll see.
There's no way Kevin O'Connell sits down with the guy, realizes that this guy doesn't study, and says, "Come on in."
You would hope not. But a lot of times, and this is not to Kevin's detriment, it's a lot of other people. A lot of people think they can make the change of the person. And then they find out after they study for the first 2 weeks that they slip back to the way they were. That happens a lot as well.
Smash on the chat's asking about J.J. McCarthy. What about him? He's terrible.
I'm not ready to give up on the guy yet.
I guess I can't give up on him yet.
What did you
take? But the guy stood over someone last year when the season didn't matter anymore, and he hadn't played any games. He's all about his alter ego. I don't know. He needs to do something before he does this alter ego stuff.
All right. I haven't found the hatred for J.J. McCarthy that you have.
Well, he doesn't. He's also hurt all the time.
Break time. Tony's coming. And so is a Fantabulous Sports Game Show. We've been waiting a while to have one. It's coming up next.
Ben and Wood.
4 seed Grand Canyon leading 5th seed Nevada. Late first half, 30-21. Earlier, top seed Utah State rolled past UNLV. Aztecs, Colorado State, 6 o'clock tonight. And right here on 97.3 The Fan, we'll have UCSD's game at 5:45 against Cal State, Northridge, CSUN. All you people are fans of the Fantabulous Game Show, wait no longer. Tony Gwynn Jr. Don't want to hear from you, Tony. We got to get right to the open.
I'm sorry, Chris. Traffic is in now.
Then give the open.
Yeah, that was my bad.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by the California Center for the Arts, Escondido Foundation. Just a few things to mention here. 2-vehicle accident westbound 8 near Sports Arena. Looks like emergency crews on scene. Get the 2 left lanes blocked. Also stall on northbound 15 just before Market Street. That's in the center divide. Another stall reported on southbound 15 before Via Rancho Parkway. It's over to the right shoulder of the HOV lane. They're back one night only. Highland Way brings their lively sounds of Sky Irish music, humor, and high-energy fun for you to soak in this St. Patrick's Day exclusively at the California Center for the Arts, Escondido. Rapid-fire fiddling, guitar, percussion, and more. Get your tickets now at artscenter.org. Wear your luck of the Irish for Highland Way at the California Center for the Arts, Escondido. I'm Kelly Danick with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Power hitting outfielder Lance Burke.
Hey, all you beautiful people out there. It's time to play one of our favorite games of the week.
All right.
We like to call it
I'm going to go.
Chris's Fantabulous Sports Game Show. And it starts right now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, welcome back. The Fantabulous Sports Game Show returns today, but we're going to be doing something totally different than from what we normally do. Here's the first thing that's different. The guys already know the category. I gave it to them early this morning. I wanted them to work on it so that their answers would be prepared when we got to the segment. Obviously, we are trusting that nobody cheated here and used any extra outside influences to get their answers. But I thought it'd be fun today to go through each Major League Baseball franchise. There's 30 of them, obviously, 30 teams in Major League Baseball, and see how many of the all-time home run leaders you could get for each franchise.
Ooh.
And so that's what we did. I told these guys the category so that they could work on it a little bit, have their answers kind of ready. Now, for example, I gave them all, both guys got one because, for example, we used Padres, answer, Manny Machado. He's the franchise's all-time leading home run hitter. So we are tied at 1 with that in mind. One more thing to keep in mind, and see how many of these you can get out there. When I say Dodgers, it encompasses the whole Dodgers, not just the Los Angeles Dodgers, but the franchise history of the Dodgers.
Gotcha.
And that will be the case for the Giants and for some of the other teams that have moved back in the day. All right. So
do we
here
have
we
to
go.
know the name or which team too?
No, I'm going to give you the team,
okay.
and then you're
All
going
right.
to give me the player who is the franchise leader for that team. I'm going to
Okay.
give you the teams.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
And then you just tell me the answer. So we got Padres. Let's stay in the NL West. This is how it's going to work. Let's go to the next team, the San Francisco Giants. Who is the Giants' all-time franchise leader in home run? Scraby, you go first. Tony will go second. I know you guys will be honest in your answers.
Willie Mays.
Willie Mays. Tony, you going with Willie?
Mays.
Willie Mays it is, 646. Thought I might trip you up on that, guys. Barry Bonds, 586. He had a lot of his home runs with the Pirates. But, yes, Willie is on top, so we're tied 2-2. All right, next up, we're going to go to the Dodgers. Who is the Dodgers' all-time leader in home runs franchise? Tony Gwynn Jr.
Duke Snyder.
You're going with Duke Snyder. Scraby, who do you got?
I'm going to tell you, I don't have any idea. Now that Tony said Duke Snyder, I'm definitely wrong. So I have no
That
guess.
doesn't mean you're wrong. I could be wrong.
Okay, all right. Shohei Ohtani.
Unbelievable. Shohei Ohtani just passed Duke Snyder. No, he didn't.
Oh,
No!
I thought you were gonna. Oh my, that's not fair.
Duke Snyder is the kid. Correct answer. Very good, Tony. I think that's a hard one.
I honestly never have heard Duke Snyder.
I got it right. I thought
No.
You got it right. Duke Snyder, 389. The next two are Gil Hodges, who mostly played for Brooklyn. This is weird. The LA Dodgers leader is Eric Karros. All-time home run leader in Los Angeles Dodger history, although Shohei will be breaking that soon.
Yes.
All right, Tony leads 3-2. Let's move on to the Colorado Rockies. Who is the franchise leader there? We start with you, Mr. Scraby.
I really want to say Charlie Blackmon, but I know it's Todd Helton.
All right, you're not going with the beard.
No.
Todd Helton. Tony, you good with that?
Yes.
Yeah, that is correct. Todd Helton has 100 more than anybody else. Larry Walker is second. Arizona Diamondbacks. Who is their all-time home run leader? We'll start with you, Tony. You guys are Tony's ahead 4-3. Who you got?
Luis Gonzalez.
Man, Tony goes with Luis Gonzalez. What'd you get?
That is the answer. It's random that he is, but that is Luis Gonzalez.
Luis Gonzalez, you say, yeah. Boy, you guys are good. All right, 5-4. I don't know how everybody else is doing out there, but I wonder if anybody's got all five so far. Let's keep it going in the National League. Let's go to the Atlanta Braves. This is probably one of the gimmies on the list. Scraby.
Hank Aaron.
Hank Aaron. Tony, anything?
Hank Aaron.
733. Hank has, by the way, Hank is the all-time leader for one single franchise with 733. Eddie Matthews, who lived here in San Diego for a long time, second. Chipper Jones, third. All right, Miami Marlins is next, and we're up on Tony. Who is the all-time home run leader for the Miami Marlins? Tony Gwynn Jr.
Mike Stanton.
Mike Stanton.
Interesting. Because he was a Mike when he was with the Marlins.
Yes, he was Mike. He started as Mike Stanton.
He was. I'm going to go with Giancarlo Mike Stanton.
You're going to go with him, too? Yeah, he's got 100 more than anybody else. Can you guys guess who's second, just for fun? The Marlins
Dan Uggla?
Wow, Scraby, pretty good.
I almost guessed him.
It was
originally.
Dan Uggla. It was Dan Uggla, second. All right, so we're rolling here, 7-6. You guys can't miss. New York Mets. New York Mets, all-time home run leader. Scraby, you're first here for the New York Metropolitans.
Oh, wait. Well, there's Darryl Strawberry. He was addicted to drugs, so I don't know how many home runs he hit. I'm just going to say a guy who's hit a lot of home runs recently, Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso. You're going with Pete Alonso. Yes. Tony, who you got?
Ooh, I think Pete did catch him right there at the end. I feel like, I'm going to go Pete. I'm going to go Pete Alonso.
Yeah, Pete passed him last year. You guys are both right. 264, Strawberry 252. Tony remains perfect in the franchise home run leaders. He leads 8-7. We go to the Philadelphia Phillies. There was an old Elton John song, Philadelphia Freedom, but I changed the words.
Okay.
Tony, who you got for the Phillies? All-time leading home run hitter.
This is a gimme, too. Michael Schmidt.
Michael Jack Schmidt, I believe, is what Harry Collis used to call him.
I actually have never seen really this guy play, but I've heard so many times about how many home runs he's hit. So Mike Schmidt.
Mike Schmidt was he's got to easily be the third baseman of all time. He's got all the offense and defense. Funny thing about Mike Schmidt, his first year in the big leagues, he couldn't crack 200, and he hit like one home run. And they were like, oh, this guy's going to be the all-time failure. Didn't work out that way.
Oh.
Tony leads 9-8.
He was replacing my former manager, Don Money, I believe.
Don Money. There you go, Tony. You're going back in the day. I like that. Don Money was a good little ball player for the Phillies and then the Brewers. All right, we're on to the Washington Nationals. Who is the all-time home run leader for the Nationals? I think this is a tough one. Scraby, who do you have?
I am going to have to say, Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper, all-time leader for the Washington
Nationals. I can't think of
Nationals.
any other National that's hit a bunch of home runs.
All right.
Except for once. Oh, God, Juan Soto played there, too. Go ahead, Tony.
You want to change?
No.
Tony, he's going officially with?
Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper. All right. Tony, what you got?
I think it's Ryan Zimmerman.
Wow.
Oh, he was there for like 20 years.
Incredible. Yeah, Ryan Zimmerman is the answer. 284. Vladimir Guerrero is second because the Nationals are a continuation of the Expos. Andre Dawson would be third on that list, but Ryan Zimmerman, I don't think I could have ever come up with that, but Tony did. He leads 10-8. We move on. We got how we doing?
Behind.
All right, Chicago Cubs. This is a gimme. You guys want to sing it out together? Well, maybe it's not a gimme. I don't know if it's a gimme or not.
It's a gimme.
Tony, who do you got?
Sammy Sosa.
Sammy Sosa.
Yes.
Yeah, Ernie Banks hit a lot, though. Ernie had 512, but Sammy had 545 for the Cubs. On to the Cincinnati Reds. This was actually a Chris versus the Fans question about a month ago, so Scraby should know this. Who do you got, Scraby?
Johnny Bench.
Johnny Bench. You want to argue that, Tony, at all?
Nope. It's Johnny.
It's Johnny, 389. Joey Votto was coming close. He was at 356 when he called it quits. Milwaukee Brewers, Tony Gwynn, you haven't missed one yet. Do you have the Brew Crew, the team you formerly played for? Who's the all-time home run leader?
I think it's a former teammate of mine and Mr. Ryan Braun.
Ryan Braun. Scraby, you were pointing. Was that what you were pointing?
I was trying to prove that I knew it was the Hebrew Hammer, Ryan Braun.
Yeah. I thought you might sneak a vote for Robin Yount or Prince Fielder in there.
Oh,
Not
Prince,
you,
maybe.
but Ryan Braun is way ahead. He's got over 100 more than Robin Yount. That is correct. You guys have not missed, except Tony hasn't missed. Scraby's missed 2. Pittsburgh Pirates. He's got a statue outside of Three Rivers Stadium there. Scraby, who you got for the Buccos?
You know what? I will never forget when Chris introduced me to this player because he hit a ball out of Dodger Stadium. Willie Stargell.
He hit 2 out of Dodger Stadium.
2.
Willie Stargell is your answer. Tony Gwynn Jr. Who are you going to go with?
I too will take Pops at Willie Stargell.
And the greatest wind-up, spinning the bat around before the ball came in. No one has ever else done that. It was the best. Every kid in my generation tried to be Willie Stargell with that batting style.
I tried to be Gary Sheffield.
Yeah, that almost hurt the way Gary Sheffield. He's only too strong to do it. All right, we have Tony 14 for 14. Scraby's got 12. How are you doing out there? We go to the Cardinals. Tony Gwynn Jr., who's the all-time home run leader for the Cardinals.
Sorry, I don't know why I'm telling you what to do.
I think it's Stan the Man.
Stan the Man.
Usual.
Scraby, who'd you have?
I'm going to be 100% honest because this is the name of the game. I would have said Albert Pujols.
Albert Pujols, 469. Stan Musial, 475. Tony wins by 6. Stan the Man is the Cardinal all-time leader.
I'm proud of myself so far.
You're doing pretty damn good.
Oh, I thought you were about to say you were proud because you did lie right there.
Well, I'm proud of myself for not lying, too. Because I could have been like, I love Stan Musial.
You're like, who's that? All right. Tony is 15 for 15. I want to see if Tony's going to run the table here.
Might.
As we go to the American League, the Chicago White Sox. And your first, Scraby. Who's the White Sox all-time leader?
No one?
No one? Yeah. I think somebody has hit one for the White Sox.
Did we see him in the lobby of the hotel in Cooperstown, Frank Thomas?
Frank Thomas is your guess. Tony, sorry. Who do you have for the White Sox?
Frank.
Surprisingly, it is Frank, but only by 16 over Paul Konerko. Paul Konerko hit 432 for the White Sox.
Couldn't quite
catch him. All right, on to the Cleveland. I like to say Indians. Tony, who you got for the Guards, all-time leader? They've been around a long time.
Oh, corn-fed Jim Thome.
Oh, corn-fed Jim Thome. Scraby, you're nodding.
I'll be again honest.
He's not nodding.
I'll be again honest. I didn't remember Jim Thome. I was gonna say someone like Jose Ramirez. So
Jose Ramirez. All right. So Scraby's gonna take an L there because
as soon
Tony's
as he
correct.
said Jim Thome, I was like, that's it.
Yeah, it is Jim Thome. Ramirez is second, and he could catch him with 52 homers this year.
Oh, then we could revisit this, and then the rules.
Next year you'd be correct, but right now Tony's still undefeated. We go to the Detroit Tigers. Tigers.
Ooh. Oh, I know.
Who's up?
You.
Oh, it's me. Tigers. I'll just go with the home run hitting Prince Fielder.
Prince Fielder for the Tigers, he says. I don't even know if he played that long there, Scraby. I don't think you're going to get this one.
I don't care about the Tigers. I've never cared about the Tigers.
That's fair enough. I'm with you there. But Tony, trying to stay perfect. Who you got for the Tigers all-time home run leader, Tony Gwynn Jr.?
Al K-line.
Oh,
Thought he would trip him up there. Miguel Cabrera's 26 behind, but
I should have said him too.
Al Kaline 399 is correct. Tony keeps rolling. George. Kansas City Royals is going to be George Brett. All right, so we just moved past that one since I just gave the answer away.
Okay, cool.
On to the Minnesota Twins we go.
Tony's still undefeated.
Yeah, Tony's still undefeated. Sal Perez is going to catch George Brett, though, this year. He's only 14 behind him, so there will be a new Royal leader probably this year. Tony, for the Twins, who you have?
Harmon.
Big
Harmon Killebrew.
Big Harmon Killebrew. Do you remember him at all, Scrape?
Yes, we've talked about him before.
All right, so you would have got that?
Nope.
Oh. Who are you going with?
These AL Central teams are a wasteland for me.
They get a little dicey.
I was going to say Byron Buxton or something because that's the only guy I know.
Second place is Kent Herbeck on the old champion Twins, but it is way out there with Harmon Killebrew. All right, Tony, 20 for 20. Can you run?
Now I'm just excited to see if you can run the table.
Yeah, you got about 16, though, Scrape. I'm still giving you a lot of credit. We're going to try to get through this with Baltimore Orioles. I'm going to get Tony go first every time because he's more exciting right now.
Right.
You just trail behind.
That's fine.
It's got to be Cal, right? Ripken?
Yeah, I don't know. Scrape?
Yeah, Cal Ripken Jr.
I saw this the other day, Cal Ripken.
Cal Ripken, number one. Eddie Murray is second. Boston Red Sox, Tony Gwynn, who's the all-time leader for the Sox.
Teddy Ballgame.
His head is frozen somewhere.
I thought you might go David Ortiz, but it is Teddy Ballgame, 521. Ortiz,
he drives up
483.
the freeway every single day, Tony. The Ted Williams, isn't it the Ted Williams Highway?
Yeah, he drives. Yeah, that's that way. Yeah, he doesn't drive by the David Ortiz Highway.
No.
The Yankees, Tony, I think you're going to get this.
The Babe.
Bambino,
yeah.
659. Mantle second, Gehrig third. You got to have 493 to make the list if you're the Yankee.
Dang. You pretty much got to be there the whole time. Like Judge.
Aaron Judge is not in top three yet. Yeah, he's not in top three yet, but he may get there. All right, Tampa Bay Rays. I feel like this should be challenging.
Gosh.
All-time home run leader for the Rays. Tony is still perfect. He's 7 away from perfection.
It's got to be Evan Longoria.
Yeah. Evan Longoria, you got it. Yes, 261. That's a lot of home runs. Would you have known that Evan Longoria has hit 67 more home runs than Manny Machado has?
I was a big fan of him growing up.
Yeah,
I just wouldn't have thought that.
That dude was consistently 25.
Wow.
Yeah.
Every year it seemed like
261. Carlos Pena
at one point.
Carlos Pena, yeah, but he doesn't. The Tampa Bay homers don't count, or the Giant homers don't count. Carlos Pena is second. Brandon Lau, who's still active, is third. Toronto Blue Jays. Tony 6 away from perfection. How are you all doing out there? Is anybody still perfect as we go along on these? Tony, Toronto.
Carlos Delgado.
I don't even think he did homework. I think he's just doing these off the top of his head, honestly.
Say Joey Bats.
Joey Bats is second, but Carlos Delgado is on top, 336.
Longevity, man.
On we go to the final division with Tony 25 for 25 and the Athletics. By the way, how long do we have to call them the Athletics?
We don't.
We call them Sacramento now.
Yeah,
they got Sacramento jerseys.
Did they finally get Sacramento jerseys?
Into it, but they do.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's another world there. Okay, Tony.
I don't think anybody's been there long enough to beat Big Mac there.
Big Mac, he says. Yeah. Anybody else for you? That's it. Reggie Jackson is third. Jimmy Fox second. But Mark McGuire, 363 with the A's before he went to the Cardinals. By the way, nobody is in the top 3 on more than one team. I thought Pujols might be, but he's not. We go to the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. I'll let Scraby go first one time, just to break it up here.
Gosh, Shohei
Ohtani. I think
I wasn't expecting to go first.
Well, you didn't get it right, I don't think.
What about Vladimir Guerrero?
Michael Trout. It's
Mike Trout's way out there. 404.
What a dummy!
Yeah, you just overlooked him.
I'm out of the game, so I don't.
That's okay. There's only 2 guys that are active, still playing for their teams, who can add to it: Manny and Mike Trout.
I think Tony's just gonna.
He's got 3 to go to make it. I think he's going to make it too. I don't think anything's going to stumble him here. The Houston Astros. I mean, Enos Cabell. I've got to be thinking about him, right, Tony?
Who?
Yeah, who?
You don't remember old Enos Cabell? Don't you love the name Enos? I just try to throw out funny names.
Enos.
Enos Cabell.
I don't love the name Enos.
That's a great name. If
It's
I say
one
so.
letter away from something else.
Oh,
Is it Bagwell for the Astros?
Scrape?
Yeah, sure.
Did we interview him at the Hall of Fame? We did. Jeff Bagwell, 449. Second place. Tony, just for fun, it's got to try to trip you up on one question. Who's second for the Astros? All right, just to be sure that he doesn't know everything. You want to guess? He's thinking.
Yeah,
we got to know.
Second on the Astros.
All-time Astro list. This is out of nowhere, but I have to see if he's, superhuman on this category.
Oh man, who was there a long time?
And he's thinking.
I got an answer.
You got an answer?
No, I wasn't gonna go with him. How about
Okay, Chris, why are you asking?
I can't remember his name right now. He played
Altuve.
No. Is it Altuve? Could it be Altuve?
It's not quite Altuve. Biggio is third.
Oh.
This is a switch-hitting, power-hitting outfielder, Lance Berkman, number 2.
Oh, come on, TG.
Yeah, I thought you'd get it. But, all right, Seattle Mariners, you're still undefeated, Tony. Mariners is pretty simple, I think.
Ken Griffey
Jr., Edgar second, Jay Buhner third. And now, as the soccer team would say, a clean sheet for Tony Gwynn Jr. He's trying to go 30 for 30. Who is the Texas Rangers' all-time leading home run hitter? And keep in mind, they were the Washington Senators before the Texas Rangers. Tony,
I'm gonna say is Juan Gonzalez.
He won about 3 or 4 home run titles, so that would be a pretty good guess. Frank Howard hit 246.
Oh.
Rafael Palmeiro 321. But Juan Gonzalez, this is a champ, 372. Let the man dance.
Wow.
He went 30 for 30.
Yeah.
He didn't even turn it into. It wasn't even a contest today. It was just a coronation of Tony.
Wow.
Great job, Tony.
That is incredible.
You got them all.
That's pretty good.
Send us a shout out, tweet, text somewhere. If anybody else did that listening and you got all 30, or if you got 29 out of 30 and you missed one, let us know. Gwynn and Chris continues as Tony dances his way to another championship on 97.3 The Fan.
Padres, Diamondbacks, Cactus League Baseball on The Fan.
Gonna go! A grand slam for Laureano!
Our coverage begins Sunday at 1 o'clock. The Padres play here on
Tony did so good on that. Chris versus the fans that we're kicking him off the show again. Not to return for a half an hour. Yeah, he said he had to go somewhere. I think he's just off celebrating and
pretty sure he is
dancing around.
See, now
he went 30 for 30 on that category of the all-time home run leader for each major league franchise. I don't know too many people who could do that. That was really well done by him.
It was.
So,
I would like for us to...
Got to give him his flowers, as
Do you
they
think I
say.
should request his internet history to see if he had it open during the game?
I can't imagine that.
Because I was playing that game honestly.
How would he? How would you get that?
Tony, can I have your internet history?
You're not getting it.
No, he would never give the internet history, and I don't think he cheated.
That would be silly. What would be the point?
No,
because then he really wouldn't accomplish it.
No, you're right.
You're
right.
I think he did it. I don't think I could have done it. I would have missed a couple of those. I don't think Ryan Zimmerman would have come to my mind for the Nationals. I think I would have gone with Andre Dawson there because of his Expo days. Maybe Vlad Guerrero, had I thought of him. I don't think I would have even got Ryan Braun with Milwaukee.
Tyler
he just
wants
doesn't. I don't think a Ryan Braun is a big hunking slugger. You know,
he had a ton of home runs.
I know, but I'm just saying he doesn't pop into my head.
Tyler wants me to subpoena Tony's
his
internet history.
I could make a political joke, but I'll leave it alone. We'll keep it sealed. As it says.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right.
That's my joke.
Classified.
That's right. That's my joke. All right. We're going to play Chris versus the fans now. 6-1 or 8.
What?
833-288-0973. What are we in year 9 of the show? I still don't know the phone number.
At least you did get the San Diego area code right.
I know. 833-288-0973. We have a couple of openings if you'd like to play Chris versus the fan. Scraby, you did not give me all the stuff to read today, so I'm going to let you read the prize and everything once we introduce Chris versus the fans.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know what you're in for.
Chris versus the fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, here's what you're going to be qualified for: a chance to win the grand prize, which is a 2-night stay at Fontainebleau, Las Vegas, and a $150 resort card or resort credit. March is here in Fontainebleau, Las Vegas is the place to catch every game. High energy watch parties with expansive screens, great food and drinks, exclusive room rates, plus the pools and day club are open. Book your stay today at FontainebleauLasVegas.com now. Right now, Chris. Now.
Okay. You're going to have to play Chris versus the fans then.
Yes, you have to. And here's how you win.
My stay at the Fontainebleau.
You have to make it through 3 questions. Each question will get more difficult. If you get the question right, you move on. If you get it wrong and Chris gets it right, you are eliminated. But if Chris gets it wrong, then you move on to the next question or you win. If you're a first-time player, let us know before we get into it, and you'll get that question for free today.
One quick programming note.
Yes.
We are off tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
You know, most people would be excited by that. I'm going to miss doing the show tomorrow, but UCSD basketball is going to take us out tomorrow. So sorry about that. Going to have to get your full of Gwynn and Chris here in the next 2 hours because we can't be with you tomorrow.
You know,
you're okay with it, I know.
No, that's not what That's not what I was saying.
No.
All right, let's just move on.
Okay.
Let's go to our first contestant. Let's see. Steven in Chula Vista. Hello, Steven.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
Steven. Welcome
How are
to the proceedings here.
Yeah, first-time caller.
First-time caller.
All right, you get to go to question number 2, Steven. Here we go.
You're 2 away from the title.
Let's see here. Kyler Murray finished his college career at Oklahoma. Where did he start his college career?
Oh, man.
That's a tough one.
It's got to be some, random SEC school.
You can also pass if you don't have an answer and don't want to give Chris an answer.
That's true. Yeah, but no way Chris doesn't know this.
Pretty confident there.
Give me South Carolina.
South Carolina. I could see him running around for the Gamecocks,
but he didn't.
Stay there.
It was a random SEC school, but he's not the one he picked. Texas A&M is the answer. Thank you, though.
Sorry,
Good job, Steven. Thanks for playing. You got another. You'll do it again.
Man, I hate when first-time players get eliminated in the first question.
You're mean. Or I'm mean.
I was going to say, how am I mean?
Yeah.
All right. You know who we haven't heard from in a very long time? Michael in Lemon Grove.
Well, let's hear from him then.
Hello, Michael.
What is up, guys?
How is the Big Lemon doing these days, Michael?
I don't know. I've been out in El Cajon for like 4 years now, and
so you're not near the lemon. Do you know what I'm talking about, Scraby? The big lemon right there in Lemon. Yeah, the big old lemon.
Yeah, I used to live a block down from that.
Okay.
I just now I can't use my mouse for some reason. I just changed you to Michael in El Cajon. So there we go.
Oh, he will no longer be Michael in Lemon Grove.
Yes.
Good for you.
All right, here we go. Question number 1. What team beat Team USA in the WBC a couple nights ago?
That would be Italy.
Italy. You know, Mark DeRosa is still taking heat because his answer of yes, I knew the situation is not sitting well with people.
Well, because we don't believe him.
Exactly.
I mean, I told you that yesterday. I said I thought he was lying. And I think he was.
Just admit it.
Yeah, I think he was lying.
I mean, that's a massive blunder to admit, but it's better to admit it than to keep saying you actually knew.
Yeah, you're just being boastful, but you actually knew it. That doesn't. Sorry to have this discussion while you're having your game, Michael, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
All right, go ahead. Back to Mike.
Here we go. Question number 2. Who is the shortest player to ever win the NBA Slam Dunk Contest?
Me. I'm taller than this person. What did you say?
Yeah, sorry. Say it again.
Robinson.
Robinson. Nate Robinson. He was short.
He was short.
I don't think he was as short as the winner, though.
Unfortunately.
I think Nate Robinson was 5'8" or 5'9". Spud Webb was 5'7", I believe, when he won the slam dunk contest. I think that's the answer, unless it's somebody I forgot. Yeah.
Sorry, Michael.
Sorry, Michael.
Sorry,
Spud
Michael
Webb.
El Cajon.
Spud was a really little guy.
Nate Robinson was 5'9".
Okay, and let me look up.
Spud Webb, they're saying, is 5'6", but I've seen more 5'7".
I think 5'7". I would go 5'7" for Spud Webb. It says here listed height 5'7". Muggsy Bogues was 5'6".
I loved Muggsy Bogues growing up.
Muggsy Bogues was a hell of a player.
He was like 5'3", I thought.
I'm sorry. Muggsy was shorter than 5'6".
That's why I loved him, because he was so small.
He was something to watch in person, to just watch him negotiate his way through all those bodies.
Seriously.
Yeah, Muggsy was cool.
All right, give me a number between 1 and 6.
6.
Scott in Carlsbad.
All
Hello,
right.
Scott.
Hey, Scott. Another Scott. Is this our second
Scott
Scott?
returns.
Scott returns? Is that what you said?
Is this the same Scott that just called us 5 minutes ago?
No.
Oh.
No. There's more than one person in San Diego named Scott.
I know, but he said he returned. I thought maybe he was just on.
Okay, Scott. I'm sorry about that. Here we go.
Look, the way you're performing over there on the board, anything's possible today.
That was unnecessary.
Sorry.
Scott, how do you signal a fair catch in football?
You wave your hands in the air.
Like you just don't care. I don't know why.
That was a weird question. Like, what was he had to describe it properly.
He did.
He said he waves his hand.
You can do this.
I've never
It's
seen
not one
anyone do
hand.
it.
It's the rule I don't believe.
Have you ever, Scott, let me ask you, have you ever seen a punt returner wave both hands in the air? No way.
I bet you at one point, somebody
did
waved
it.
2 hands.
We're giving it to you, Scott. You moved on. You moved on. I'm just saying that Scraby's completely wrong.
I don't know why Chris has to attack the questions. He's just mad that he didn't get to be asked it.
I love to attack the questions.
The great Babe Ruth retired with what team?
Oh, this is tough. Tougher than you might think.
Wow.
Sorry to say I know it, Scott,
Chris-
so you better take a
Chris
guess.
obviously Chris for sure knows the answer.
I do, so you're going to have to take a guess here to give yourself a shot.
Yeah, it's just going to be a straight out guess. Obviously, you started with the Red Sox and went to the Yankees. I'm going to say, Curran says the Tigers.
Babe was never a Tiger. He finished back in Boston, but with the Braves. And they were the Boston Braves. Sorry, Scott. That's a tough one. But
Scott.
there are a couple of, if you go online, you can find some, what they would refer to as a very rare photo of Babe in a Boston Braves uniform. It doesn't exist too much.
Was he
Everybody
drunk?
Remember? Probably. Might have had a hot dog in one hand.
And a cigar in the other.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? Let's go to our guy, Easy Money. Hello, Easy Money.
Easy.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good.
First-time player.
Yeah.
That is not true, Easy Money.
He's first-time player today. That's what he's referring to.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Easy? Okay.
I mean, I would like to do that, but then people would be waiting outside the studio for me because I didn't give them that. All right, Easy Money, here we go. Question
I just
number
like saying it.
1.
Hey, you never know until you take a shot.
What NFL player is known as prime time?
NFL player. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's the quarterback, the coach for Colorado. Why am I forgetting his name right now?
Oh, no.
Sanders.
There you
Joel
go.
Sanders' dad.
There you go.
I said there was Sanders' dad.
He knew everything about the guy except his name was Dion.
Deion Sanders.
Oh,
But you're
yeah,
good.
yeah,
You're
that
good.
guy.
And I want to say his name still is Dion. You always say his name was Dion. I'm like, no, he's still.
No, his
still
name
is.
actually is Coach Prime now. I believe that's what he
true. He
changed
might have
it
actually
to.
officially changed it. I wonder what's on his license.
You have to call him Coach Prime when he's a coach, and when he's not, he's Dion. Okay.
Okay.
This one is difficult. Which active AL catcher has the most career home runs among current MLB catchers? Active AL catcher basically has hit more home runs than any catcher in baseball right now.
Is that Salvador Perez?
That is Salvador Perez. Nice job.
Very good. Yeah, we just did the home run leaders per franchise.
Very true.
Sal Perez finished second to
Yes,
George Brett.
he
So
did.
that was very good. Good listening there, Easy Money.
All right, nice
All the
job.
time.
There you go.
Babe Ruth, by the way, just to finish up, at the age of 40, played 28 games for the Boston Braves and hit 6 home runs to finish his career
All right.
off. That's the old Babe.
All right, should have retired a year earlier, but okay.
Yeah, well, 1934 for the Yankees, he had 22 homers and 84 ribs, so he's still pretty good that year.
Stakes.
Oh, wow.
All right, here we go, EC Money. Third question. You get this right or Chris gets it wrong, and you're getting this prize. In the 2020... No, Chris knows that. Sorry. What Aztecs men's player is averaging the most points per game this season?
What team?
Aztecs
Oh,
men's.
Aztecs. Leading scorer on the Aztecs.
Magoo
Guelph. Stay
Definitely not
there.
Magoon. That's fairly tough because everybody had about the same amount, but I'm going to go with Dixon Waters. Yeah, sorry, Easy. I love Easy Money, but you know me, Scraby. I can't not get it right if I got to take a shot.
That is true. All right, we're gonna go.
That's one of the rules of the game.
We got to go tiebreaker.
I think people have learned this. I will never just give it to somebody. I can't do it.
You know what I'm going to do, Chris? For tiebreaker, we're going Nate Robinson.
The old New York Knick, 3-time slam dunk champion.
11 seasons.
Had a good career, but man, he could slam it. Did
Slam
he
a
play for
jammer.
Minnesota too? I think so.
No.
What?
No.
Nate Robinson?
Knicks, Celtics, Nuggets, Bulls, Warriors, Clippers, OKC, New Orleans Pelicans.
My God, he played for every team in the league but Minnesota.
He did.
All right.
All right. I'm trying to. Do you know that like Baseball Reference and all those websites changed their menu? Have you seen this?
Yes, it's harder to find stuff now.
It's really hard to find stuff.
I think it will be for a while, then you'll get used to it. But yeah, right now it is harder to find stuff.
I
agree with
can't
you.
handle it.
I don't like it either. I'm with
All right,
you.
let's go to
Give us how about Guy?
Guy. Hello, Guy.
Bay Park. Good place in town.
Hey guys, how are you?
Pretty
we're
good.
excellent,
Pretty
sir.
good.
Thank you for
I'm
joining
pretty sure
us.
Guy knows how to play this tiebreaker. I'm going to ask Chris
Okay.
for a number. He's going to give it to me, and Guy is going to answer whether or not Chris's guess is higher or lower than the actual number. I know that was confusing.
It was really confusing, but it's easy for you to say.
It's fine.
It's not fine.
All right,
There's
Chris.
people out there who don't know what the hell you just said.
What's new? Let's go with how many threes did he make in his career?
That's fair. How many years did he play?
11.
What years? That matters because they didn't shoot.
05 through 16.
All right, so they were making some by then. 11 years. Had to make 300.
300
yeah, I'm gonna
threes.
say about 30 per year.
Guy, is the actual answer higher or lower than 300 career threes?
Higher.
Higher, way higher.
It is way higher.
Is it?
Way higher. So, guys, stay right there. You are the winner. He made 811 threes in his career.
Yeah, they were shooting it a lot more by then.
Guess
so.
what? His 3-point percentage too was pretty decent for a career. 36% from three.
That's pretty good. Although nowadays you need to be closer to 40.
True.
But in those days, 36 was certainly acceptable.
True.
All right, guys, the winner, Chris versus the fans. We take a quick timeout. Much more Gwynn and Chris ahead. Tony returns, if we let him, for the Big Five, which is at the bottom of the hour. We have traffic right now.
From the
Tony Gwynn Jr. is coming back in a minute for the Big Five. Scraby and I have to carry it for another 8 seconds here. So this is really a short segment.
What? 8 seconds?
Sorry, 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Nevada has gone ahead of Grand Canyon 47-46. Good game early second half in the Mountain West. Earlier, UNLV beat Utah State. Big. I'm sorry, other way. Man, that's bad. If you're like a Utah State fan and I just told you the score backwards.
You're like, whoa.
Right. You just suffered. Sorry about that. Utah State won big, 80-60 over UNLV. Aztecs play later, 6 o'clock, Colorado State. Scraby really is dying to give you the Padre lineup for tonight's spring training game against the Royals. This is just kind of a preseason
we're getting ready.
Test run. Yeah, you're right. Test run. What do you got for the lineup? Even though the lineup is nowhere near what it's going to be. Because we don't have Manny, we don't have Fernando.
Jake Cronenworth batting leadoff, playing shortstop.
Jake, shortstop, leading off. He's been getting a lot of leadoff time.
Yes.
Maybe that's what they're going to do. I don't know.
Ramon Laureano, left field, batting second.
I don't know if I like Jake leadoff, though.
I do.
He steals less than Luis Arise does.
But you know what?
I mean, the whole complaint about Arise was that he gums up the bases. Well,
hold on.
Jake's not going to be a lot different.
I'll tell you why,
No?
Jake. No, I'll tell you why. Because Kevin Acey wrote something about this that I need to tell you about. And basically it was Jake averages like 3.99 pitches per at bat.
He does see a lot of pitches.
Which is one of the best since like 2021 or something like that.
Don't get me wrong.
He's also got on base like more than everybody else except for 30 guys.
You know I'm the biggest Jake fan. You know that. I just don't know leadoff. Go ahead. He's leading off tonight, though.
I really want to get the stat, though. Oh, here it is. 3.99 per plate appearance, more than all but 18 players since 2020. He puts 40% of pitches he swings at in play, more than all but 41 players. 1,070 times on base since his debut, more than all but 34 players.
Yeah, that's a lot of analytics. Still doesn't steal, and he still gums up the bases. Go ahead.
All right. We got Miguel Andujar. Third base, batting third.
All right.
Jackson Merrill cleaning up, playing center field. Nick Castellanos playing right field, batting fifth. Ty France at second base, batting sixth. Gavin Sheets batting seventh at first. Freddie Fermin catching at eighth. And then Samad Taylor DHing at the number 9 spot. Herman Marquez is pitching tonight.
Big start for Herman tonight against the Royals, 6 o'clock. You can listen to it online. We will be carrying the UCSD basketball here on this station with my friend Ted Mendenhall, calling the Tritons against the Matadors of CSUN. And Tony Gwynn Jr. is back for today's version of the Big Five. It's next.
Ben and
Coming up at 5:35, before the end of the show today, don't forget we'll announce today's biggest fan. Chance to qualify for a night in the Odyssey Suite at a Padres game coming up this year. All the fan staff will be there, and so will 20 of your friends, and it'll all be catered by, I just told you about them, Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. If you haven't registered your name yet, I mean, come on, what are you doing? Get on there, register name 973thefan.sd.com/biggest fan. Very simple.
I'm pretty sure that tomorrow, let me confirm something.
Please
before
do.
I go say something.
Okay.
Tomorrow is the final day for the biggest fan contest.
Oh, the names tomorrow or the read tomorrow?
The names for Ben Woods and Braden, that's it.
So this is
our
my
final
last
name.
one?
Yeah, this is our final
Goodness gracious. I'm really upset.
EC Money wants to know, when is the next time you guys will do Dave and Buster's? I have not heard of it. Oh!
No, I did hear that we are going to be out in the gas lamp on the Saturday of opening weekend.
But that was not.
I'm
Dave
not
and
telling
Buster's.
you where.
That was not Dave and Buster's.
I know, but I'm telling you that I have heard through the grapevine that you and I will be out on that Saturday of the opening weekend in the gas lamp. Details to come.
Yes,
as the old saying goes.
You heard it through the grapevine.
All right, you're gonna have to read the final name of the biggest fan because I don't have it here. So I'm going to give you the honors. Oh, that's right. It's an hour from right now. Do we have traffic yet? Do we have Tony hooked up? Time for that and the Big Five.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by Creative Repipe. Got a few things that might slow you down on our roads. Southbound side of the 805, right past the 52, collision over to the right shoulder. Looks like an accident has cleared up ahead near the 15. And southbound 15 past Market Street, accident has cleared out of middle lanes. You might see just a little residual slowing there. Been seeing all kinds of stalled vehicles on the roads this afternoon. Looks like that one has cleared on the transition ramp south 163 to the west 8 Hotel Circle. And northbound side of the 163 just before Washington Street, stalled car in the center divide. Don't wait till that water leak in your home becomes a flood. Call Creative Repipe for whole house repipes. Get a 20% discount plus a lifetime warranty. Free estimates with financing available. Visit creativerepipe.com. That's creativerepipe.com. I'm Kelly Danick with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big Five starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
Chris Ello and I broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Tony Gwynn Jr. from Peoria, Arizona. And we have a good old Big Five ahead of us.
Tony knows how. Tony knows how.
Oh, I turned off the wrong mic.
We know how.
Not a boy. See, he can even sing it.
Can we do our own jingle, guys?
No, let's just go play the
Come on.
Let's do Big Five.
No, I'm not asking to do the jingle right now.
What
Jeez.
jingle? Like
the Bill House Studios, like us do the Bill House Studios. Bill House!
No, let's not do that.
Okay.
Let's just change the wording and have our own jingle. And it'll be Gwynn and Chris.
I think that's copyright right there.
Well, we'll just tweak it a little.
It was good, though, actually.
We'll tweak it a little.
It does work.
How about like Gwynn and Chris? You know, now we've changed it.
You're right. You're right. It's like Vanilla Ice and Under Pressure.
think-
Sure. I think we'd win in a court of law.
I think we should just do the Big Five.
Okay. All right.
He's probably pretty smart.
Tony's over us. All right. Number 5 is this. Now, we have all been talking about Fernando Tatis Jr. probably batting in the cleanup spot this year for the Padres. If you haven't noticed, he is on fire at the World Baseball Classic.
Of course.
But I'm not going to ask about the leadoff spot because Dennis Lin had a projected lineup 2.0 article come out, and he has Fernando projected as second in the lineup. So obviously not a crazy deal, but Tony, you're up first. Could you see Fernando being second in the lineup?
Yes, I can. I could see Fernando honestly anywhere one to 4. And so, we'll see. They haven't had a chance to really put him in the lineup in spring training. When they did, he wasn't hitting leadoff. And so We've seen a lot of Jake. We don't know if that's because Bogey's been gone. When Bogey was around, he was leading off. So, I mean, who knows? I think when this week ends and we have – I think it actually goes into next week, the WBC. And I'm assuming Dominican's going to be in there as long as possible. It's kind of hard not to. We won't find out until, end of next week, probably at earliest, as we start to get closer to head back. I mean, listen, we only have 23rd is the last day.
Spring's almost done. Tony, you're almost coming home.
I've almost made it, gentlemen.
Come on, Tony, come home.
We got 11 days basically.
Come home.
To kind of sort it all out, and then we'll go from there. But I can see him hitting anywhere from 1 to 4.
Chris, what about you? Fernando Tatis Jr. second in this lineup.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a couple of quick things here. Number one, Fernando has said he doesn't like leadoff. That is good enough for me. I understand that he has to do and he will do what the manager tells him to, but why not put him somewhere where he's more comfortable? That makes sense. Number two, what's happening in spring training, we've all come to learn over the years, doesn't really mean a whole lot. They do a lot of different things. They're trying a lot of different things. I'm sure Craig Stammen has it in his mind what he really wants to do come opening day. And, I think anywhere in the first 4 will be fine. The one thing that I do find comical are the people that are out there saying, I guarantee he won't bat cleanup. Well, unless you're Craig Stammen, I don't know how you can guarantee that. So let's just see where he falls. And, personally, told you before, I like him in a position to be able to drive in a few more runs.
All right.
And by the way, there's no rule that says you can't change it after opening day.
We've talked about this.
No.
Right?
No.
Yeah.
That's it for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
No, that's a new rule, guys.
You can move it. You can actually move it around until you find your sweet spot.
So why not try him in the middle somewhere and see if it works better? And if it doesn't, then you can go back.
You're absolutely right.
Thank you.
Number 4.
You can go home again.
Now, the 5th major is happening this weekend. The Players' Championship.
What is this? Curling or
no?
What sport?
PGA Tour. Of course,
the 5th major.
Of course, now Phil Mickelson's not playing in it. It's not that big of a deal. But when he was playing in it, it was a big deal.
Well, the only two people who call it the 5th major are you and Rory McIlroy, which is why I don't like him.
And Charlie Hoffman. He said it on our show.
All right, I'll make an exception for Charlie.
He kind of said it.
Yeah,
he was
like, Scravy is 100% right. He's always been right. Well, Colin Morikawa, he was in the tournament. He
got hurt.
He played 1 hole.
Okay.
And he parred it, actually, the 10th hole.
Yeah.
He swung on the 11th tee for a practice swing and then withdrew.
Ball game.
Betting fans are not happy.
No, please.
Betting fans are not happy. So someone, I don't know which service this is, but they contacted their AI to be like, I want my money back. And here's what AI told them.
Go pound sand.
Apologies. As per our house rules, futures betting. Bets placed on players who start the tournament but withdraw voluntarily or are disqualified will be settled as losing bets unless the outcome of the specific market to which the bet relates has already been decided at the time of withdrawal or disqualification. Bets placed on players who withdraw before the start of the tournament will be void.
Yeah.
Your bet will stand since Colin withdrew during the match.
Yeah, those are the rules.
And this is my favorite part. Is there anything else that I can assist you with?
Yeah. Can you please? Yes. Can you please stick it to me a little further?
I know the answer to this, Chris. But I mean,
are you okay, man?
Yeah, I want to ask. I want to ask if you think that there should be like a minimum holes played before it's voided.
I think that they could put that in there next time.
I don't think they will. They just won a bunch of bets.
I know, but I think most of these betting websites. First of all, we understand they make so much money already, so it's not going to kill them, right? If they made an exception here to their rule and judging, just taking a look at the situation and doing what's right, they probably ought to refund the money, honestly. But on the other side, we've told you all this before. You bet at your own risk.
Exactly.
You bet on a football game. Let's say you bet $100 on a football game, and in the first play of the game, I don't know,
Jalen Carter spits on Dak Prescott.
Or Joe Burrow gets hurt, and now you just bet $100 on Jake Browning or whoever it was, and so that they're not going to change that. There's always a risk when you put your money out there, and this is one of those hang with them's for the bettors. But if it was my if it was my betting website, I would consider repaying the people on this one just because it's the right thing to do.
Well, that's a good thing you don't have a betting website.
No, why not? I think it would make everybody come back to my website and say, "Hey, these guys are fair."
I agree until you realize you're refunding too much.
Well, okay. Well, you're going to have to watch what you anyway. Let Tony get in.
Tony, do you think there should be some minimum holes played before it is a good bet or a proper bet?
No. I think it is said in its actual name. I believe betting, there's another word for it. It's called gambling.
That is the definition of it. Yeah,
the very nature of gambling is that you are risking.
Yeah.
You're risking a lot. You're risking whatever you're putting down there.
Yeah.
And that one of those risks is that a player could be healthy at the start of the tournament, take one swing, and he's no longer healthy and can no longer participate. It goes the same in football. I mean, you bet let's say over of 69 yards, and my man catches one and runs for 64, but pulls his hammy. He's
out.
He's done.
You lose.
He's done.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry.
That's a good call, Tony. You're right.
I'm sorry to the folks who sent the AI message saying you wanted your money back. You will not get your money back. And is there anything else we could do to help?
Oh my God, that was my favorite part of the whole thing because it's so AI smug too. Like, no,
that's the
can
thing.
I help
it's
you with
not
something
smug.
else?
It's coming from AI, so it's not smug.
I know, but it doesn't
actually have an attitude.
Well, sometimes sometimes you should do the right thing. I think you should consider it on this one. This was really something that was unforeseen.
All right,
gamblers.
I think Tony, what you said there was great. I mean, the definition of gambling is risking something. So
really
that's what you did.
I can't believe I lost money on something I gambled on. Ravens GM Eric DeCosta has been getting some heat from his fan base after the trade for Max Crosby did not go through. They don't really understand how they had him. He was announced.
Right.
And then they sent him back.
Yeah.
What does Eric DeCosta think about all those people?
I mean, I understand it. I understand it. We live in that age of skepticism and people question, especially people that don't really know me or know the Ravens culture and the Ravens organization. So I understand it. As I said at the beginning, we've got a responsibility. I've got a responsibility to the Ravens, to this community, to our fans, and to Steve Bisciotti to do what we think is best for the club. And that's what we always try to do. Every decision we make is based on this idea. Is this the best thing for the Ravens? Very, very challenging. Again, I understand how people might maybe from afar would feel that way. But
all right, you guys get the gist of everything. And by the way,
when he says feeling that way, feeling like something fishy went on, is that what you're saying?
I don't know if it's fishy. I think it's just maybe they aborted. They made the decision to give up on it too early, type of thing. Or maybe I don't think it was fishy.
I don't know what people are complaining about, but I know Tony goes first this time.
Yes. By the way, the guy who captures the audio, his job, he should be fired because that was some of the hottest mic audio I've ever heard from an NFL podium. That was hot. He was like,
you know who it sounds like got the audio?
What?
Me. That's how I would do it.
Oh, no. All right.
It was high.
The question.
What's the question?
Yeah, I didn't hear a question.
Did the Ravens do the right thing?
I don't know. I mean, listen, I think they obviously knew he had knee surgery, right? And so they couldn't have possibly thought he was going to come in like ready to do a vertical jump and whatever, right? Like they had to know there was something. Now, from what I gather is the right now wasn't the issue. It was 2 years down the line. I'm assuming when that money starts to get a little heavier, was he going to be right? And I also heard that they had my man Hendrickson, Is it Hendrickson?
Yeah,
Trey Hendrickson.
Oh, yeah, it isn't.
Hendrickson.
Yep.
Dad Hendrickson in the building at the same time. So they kind of, at least if that is true, they knew something could happen, right? Because why would you have him in the building if you're about to acquire this?
They asked
player?
Jessica Alba out on a date. She came over. They went, wow, Jessica Alba. But then Anna de Armas knocked on the door, and all of a sudden Jessica was looking a little old in the tooth. And so, hey, come on in, Anna. You know, this is what happened.
Did we just get a look into Chris's mind right there?
Nah, I think they're both beautiful. They're both beautiful. But it was a buyer's remorse, wasn't it?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it was buyer's remorse, because ultimately they get their 2 picks back and they get Hendrickson. So I don't know if it's buyer's remorse, or maybe he thought to himself the knee was the opening to pivot. And now you can keep your 2 first-round picks and get a dude that is a really good player. So
I'm surprised.
I don't know if it was the right move or not. It certainly seems like it ends up being the right move, considering they got to keep their 2 first-round picks.
Yeah,
I would say
that's actually
huge. I think Tony's 100% right. Number one, number two. The day Max Crosby keels over on the field in Week 6 next year for the Raiders, I wonder how many
Ravens fans
are going to call Eric DaCosta and tell him he's a genius, right? They're going to love him as soon as that happens. The one thing I would say, because I agree with you 100%, I'm not going to change what you said, Tony. The one thing I would like when you make a trade, is this always the case? Do you always have a few days? Do you always have?
Well, you have to pass the physical.
Always pending. It's always pending a physical.
I mean, because this seems like a really cheap move. It seems like the Ravens kind of played from both ends here. They got one guy, and then when they realized they could get another guy, they kind of were able to wiggle out of the first guy.
This is where, the rumor has it that teams are going to feel a certain type of way dealing with the Ravens.
Well, yeah, okay.
But this is also what happens in the age of breaking news before all the I is dot, the T is crossed. I mean, all trades are all pending physical. None of them can happen without said team getting physical. But usually, or most of the time, those physicals have no hiccups. So the report just kind of seems perfectly fine. But if there is a hiccup, this is kind of what happens now. Like, as if we didn't know about it, it wouldn't be nearly as big a deal, right? Until it got out to the public's eye, and it's like, well, wait a minute. You mean to tell me you get your 2 picks back and you get to sign? Like, it now the optics look completely different because we all had a heads up on it, you know?
And now the Raiders are extremely over the cap because they just signed a bunch of free agents and
expecting that trade to go through,
expecting to get that money off the books. Chris,
couldn't happen to a nicer organization.
Did the Ravens do the right thing?
I already answered. I think they played both ends of this, and I think they come out smelling like a rose. But I will agree with you that maybe other teams will be more hesitant now with them, because I think it was kind of chintzy what they did. I do.
Chintzy.
Yeah, that scared me. I didn't know.
Chintzy.
I didn't know what kind of word that was.
CHINZI. Chintzy.
What does it mean?
We always
means
get
cheap. Kind of just a cheap move. Kind of a weak move.
Chintzy.
I've been waking up to a thesaurus word each day, and I have not had chintzy.
Haven't seen that one yet. Okay. Well, you're running
to it.
We need to boogie it a little bit.
The day that you find it, you're going to go, wow, I already know this one.
That's true. That's true. Hall of Fame head coach Tony Dungy, a fixture on NBC's Football Night in America since 2009, has announced that he's leaving the Sunday night pregame show. He said, quote, "I have been informed by NBC that I won't be back with FNIA this fall, and it has given me time to reflect and also to look ahead." Dungy wrote that on Twitter. "It's disappointing news, but I want to thank my NBC family for making the last 17 years so special."
All right.
Chris?
Has it really been 17 years he's been doing
2009.
This? Wow.
Chris,
okay.
Where was Tony Dungy on your analyst ranks?
I can't rank him because I never watched the Sunday night pregame show once in my life.
Was he on ESPN? No, I guess not. He was with NBC.
I don't watch any pregame shows or postgame shows. You know that. But I would say that when I've heard Tony Dungy interviewed, I think he's always been thoughtful. I think he gives a pretty honest account of things. Obviously, he's pretty smart. So, I've always enjoyed Tony Dungy. He seems like a really good guy, and there's not enough really good guys out there. Like, to me, it seems like Tony Dungy, if he saw something he wasn't necessarily supposed to see, Doesn't seem like he'd be the kind of guy that would call in and immediately have to break the news and get it wrong. He would look into it, and
he would do his due diligence.
He would care about the other person before he reported on it.
Gotcha.
So I think Tony Dungy's okay.
Tony, what about Tony Dungy for you? Where does he rank? Or
I don't know that he ranks. I didn't really. I mean, I watched. I mean, I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah,
I didn't watch it.
Wow, he's like at the bottom. I
Oh,
think.
my goodness, yeah.
Actually, he's below the bottom.
There's Brian Kinney, and then looking up is Tony Dungy.
I don't recall watching him a ton. I do think he was a good football mind to listen to.
Sure.
I just didn't watch him that much. I do think he lost a little bit on his fastball here recently.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's probably why NBC is moving in a different direction at this point. But yeah, you know, I don't know. I think Tony Dungy was, in terms of the analysts, was in the middle of the pack.
All right.
I'm trying to think in my mind, who would they have to hire NBC to
Tom
make
Brady.
me absolutely no, I wouldn't want to tune in to hear what he had to say at all. I'm trying to think if there's anybody. Resurrect Don Shula. Maybe I'll watch the NBC pregame
a
show.
zombie Don Shula you'll watch.
Yeah,
Zombie
Don. I don't know if I want to see that.
I don't know if I want to see that either.
Well, hopefully he reverts back to his younger days when he looked a little sharper.
All right.
That won't be weird to know that he was in the ground and then came back looking as a sharper version.
Make you tune in, though, wouldn't it? I'm just saying.
Okay, let me tell you, if Don Shula comes back from the
said
dead,
a resurrected Don Shula will be on the Sunday night pregame, we're all tuning in.
That will be something I watch.
You're right.
They could bring back hologram Don Shula.
That might work.
After nearly 20 years in the NBA, Dwight Howard is officially calling it quits. In a social media post on today,
excuse me, this didn't happen 9 years ago.
The Basketball Hall of Famer
Dwight Howard's retiring. I thought that was.
Let the man have his piece.
Okay.
The Basketball Hall of Famer announced he was retiring from the game, saying he had more left to give, but that it was time to
Dwight.
move on.
Jeez.
Howard has not played in the NBA since 2022, Chris.
Okay, that makes
During his third stint with the Lakers, and his last time on a pro court was with the Taoyuan Leopards in Taiwan in 2023. He was inducted into the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame in 2025. Tony, how will Dwight Howard be remembered as an NBA player?
He will be a Hall of Famer. He is a Hall of Famer, I think, actually.
Yeah.
He is, 2025.
So yeah, I mean, he was a dominant center. I think some of the things that he's been involved with off the court, like as his career has gone on, will obviously be a part of the story. But in terms of basketball, it's hard to deny Dwight Howard being, you know, he should have been one of the top. He should have been a top 100 player. I know he got snubbed in that, but yeah, I think he's going to go down as one of the better centers.
Chris, how will Dwight Howard be remembered as an NBA player?
I'm going to say he's going to be remembered as a really good player, and I'm going to say he's just outside the top 10 of all-time centers, which I think is pretty high. I think he would put himself in the top 10. I think he'd probably rest just outside of it.
Okay. Well, so long, Dwight Howard.
That is hilarious. I didn't know you could not play for 4 years and then announce your retirement.
Chris, he was looking for a team. Come on, man.
He had one.
He said he had more left to give.
What'd you say? The Occult Swallows he played for?
No, the Taiyu. I think that's an NPB team.
It is.
All right, that's it for the Big Five. When we get back, one more hour. UCSD will play tonight, so we are done at 5:52. But the happy hour is up next here. 97.3 The Fan.
Happy hour. Final hour, actually final 45 minutes of the week for us. Marcelo, Scraby.
Forgot I was on camera for a second, and I raised my arms in the air.
You were excited about being done for the week?
No, you know what? I think I'm going to do some sort of YouTube video tomorrow. I don't know if Chris is going to join me or not, but I'm going to do something live tomorrow on YouTube.
Well, I mean, if all I got to do is plug some gear in, I'm pretty good at that.
You just gotta go to your computer, hook up.
I'm good at it.
StreamYard, and there you go.
I'm good at it now. So we'll try to get something on there tomorrow. We're not on the radio because we have UCSD basketball. We also have that coming up here this evening in the Big West tournament. UCSD will be taking on Cal State Northridge. Ted Mendenhall, give him a listen. He's got the play-by-play tonight for the ball game right after we're done at about 5:45 here this afternoon.
It was like some sort of alternate universe last night because Ted Mendenhall says, "Hey, Adam, I'm here." Craig goes, "Ted?" And they started like chatting and going down memory lane.
Me. You meant me, Chris. You said Craig.
Oh, sorry, Chris. Yes.
Yeah, I said, "Hey, Ted." Yeah, I know Ted for a long time, but I don't talk to him often.
It was funny how you guys just went into like this
picked it up
mode.
Picked up right where we were. Yeah. So Ted will be on with the broadcast following us. We got some happy hour stuff here brought to you by GL Pools. Hey, look, I mean, their trucks are everywhere. They're terrific guys.
Yes, they are.
They'll come take care of your pool. I don't have the thing in front of me.
I just got to let everybody know.
If you say radio when you call, that'll be a good thing for you.
I'm getting it. I just got to let everybody know that today might have been my craziest day of the year so far. So I'm sorry for being so unorganized. Happy Hour is brought to you by our friends at GL Pools. We thank them. We love them. The company trusted by thousands of San Diegans to keep their pools sparkling, swim ready, and expertly maintained. Call GL Pools now.
That's all the stuff I meant to say right there.
Call GeoPools now and say radio for a free month of service. I did have there was one in my neighborhood the other day, and I wanted to go up to him and be like,
"Hey, I'm the guy.
Hey, we're the happy hour people."
I'm the guy.
I have no idea if they would have.
Yeah, they wouldn't have known. No, they wouldn't have. All right, here's what's going on in sports. A lot of college basketball, including the big story of the day, which we'll tell you in a minute. But before we get to that, football news, Kyler Murray is indeed a Viking. Everybody at softball last night who told me that they expected Kyler Murray to be a Viking today, you were right. Very good. He is a Viking today. Dre Greenlaw, who was the guy to tore his Achilles running onto the field at a Super Bowl game a couple years ago, is back with the 49ers.
If you've never seen the footage,
it's kind of funny, and then you realize what happened, and you're like, "No,
funny at all."
I said it looks funny at the beginning because he just falls down.
Well,
but then you realize what's going on, and you're like, "Oh, this is not good."
They have some of the players mic'd up on the 49ers side, and you could hear their excitement about the Super Bowl go away when Dre Greenlaw got hurt, because they're like, did Dre just hurt himself?
Yeah, that's
George
what you
Kittle,
blame. That's what you blamed the loss on, and you continue to blame. The loss on
I
that.
didn't blame the loss on that.
Yes, you do. At WBC, Mark DeRosa did speak today. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. And he said that, when he made the claim that they had moved on to the next round, he was just boasting, but that he knew they had to win the next game against Italy. Just hard to believe him. It is. But, let's let bygones be bygones. The USA is in the quarterfinals. They'll take on Canada tomorrow in the next round of the WBC. Padres play the Royals tonight, so there's no real spring training action to talk about. But we do have an update from Craig Stammen on Joe Musgrove that is going to come up here in about 5 minutes. So I'm actually looking forward to hearing it myself. I don't know what the update is on Joe. I want to hear that.
I'm a little scared, to be honest.
Right, I know. And then the Padres have shut a pitcher who down for the season. A pitcher who you know of has been shut down for the season. We'll give you that with Craig Stammen in a little bit. But I did want to get back to college basketball because the Aztecs got Colorado State coming up, and it'll be at 6 o'clock tonight. Now, the news is, Scraby, that LZ Harrington, the freshman, is out for the year. And he's apparently going to have surgery. Now, he missed a bunch of games down the stretch.
Yeah.
He came back. I thought he played a game or two, and now I guess he's out for the year. This is probably social media fodder. The next thing I'm going to tell you. But everybody's assuming that he's already got a foot out the door to transfer in the NIL, and that's why he's sitting out. Even though the word is he's going to have surgery on this injury.
Do we know what the injury is?
Something in the leg there. I'm sorry, I didn't remember if it was knee or, but anyway, LZ Harrington will not play for the Aztecs.
Foot.
Apparently the rest of the way.
Injury.
Foot, thank you. Apparently he will not play. He's certainly not playing tonight or this weekend, and if they advance anywhere, he's not going to play. But like I said, the social media concerns are that we'll never see LZ Harrington again in an Aztec uniform. It's not wrong.
You can't say I'm not worried.
Yeah, you can't say that somebody of that talent is not being recruited to, be given a couple $1 million to go play somewhere else. So we'll see how that goes. Aztecs will have to do without him tonight against Colorado State. And the other two games, earlier, top seed Utah State looked really good. They blew out UNLV 80-60. The next game is really good right now. There's less than a minute to play. 5 seed Nevada leads 4 seed Grand Canyon 76-73, but I believe it's Grand Canyon ball. So this is coming right down to the end in the other Mountain West. Some of the other basketball that I know people want to know, the biggest story of them all is in the MAC. The darlings of college basketball, Miami of Ohio, after 31-0. Finally lost today, and they lost to a very surprising thing in the quarterfinals of the MAC tournament to 8th seeded Massachusetts, or UMass. UMass won it 87-83. The conversation as far as Miami, do they go to the NCAA tournament or not? Most people think that the committee's going to let them in. But most people, but everybody's saying, oh, they're going to let him in, but they don't deserve it. It's just hard for me to agree with that. I get the point. They didn't play the schedule that, a lot of these teams did, but
even against bad teams in your schedule, it's still really hard to
on
win
the road
30-plus games.
Every time they went on the road, the entire state would come out to cheer against them and pack the arena, and they'd find a way to win. Anyway, they did lose today. We'll find out Sunday what their fate is. A couple of games right now to update you on. Top-ranked Duke is trailing Florida State at halftime. That's weird, 44-43, though, only 1 point. Fifth-ranked Houston is trailing BYU at halftime. That is in the Big 12. 41-37, BYU leads over Houston right now. There's a whole bunch of other games. It's a great day if you're a college basketball fan because you've got quarterfinals and all of the big conferences, and they're all going on at the same time. So we'll try to keep you up to date, but we need to check some traffic. And then don't go anywhere. We got an update on Joe Musgrove, and bad news. A Padre pitcher is being shut down for the season. You have heard of this guy. We'll tell you who it is when we come back.
It's never been easier to listen to The Scraby Show. The full show and each individual hour are available in podcast form on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's here. At T-Mobile, get the new Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra.
All right. You know, not every segment is just for all you, the listeners. I know you think it's all about you.
It is.
No, it's not.
For me, it is.
This segment is about you, Scrape.
Me?
Yeah, I'm giving you a scoreboard update on the Players' Championships.
Oh,
you know, the fifth major.
It is the fifth major.
The fifth major is going on today. Where do they play it?
Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida.
Thank you very little. TPC Sawgrass.
I believe that's near Jacksonville.
I couldn't help you there. But I can't tell you who the defending champion is. Your guy, Rory McIlroy.
He had a great year last year, Chris.
He did. He's not leading today, though. After the first round, it's Maverick McNeely.
Oh, I like Maverick.
With the 67,
Although
5
I think
under.
he's one of those kids who had unlimited resources to become a pro golfer.
Are you telling me Rory McIlroy had to, trudge up a hill every day? I don't.
His parents, he started golfing when he was really little, but he didn't grow up with money or anything like that.
Man, I feel for you, Rory. Sepp Straka is also -5.
Love Sepp.
And one of your other guys that you like, Sahith Theegala.
I do like him, but
also -5.
He needs to take a step up if I'm going to keep backing
All right.
him.
Group at -4, Justin Thomas is in that. Group at -3 includes our own Xander Schauffele. -1. Down. I mean, this isn't everybody. I'm just giving you some scores. JJ Spawn and even par. I would consider this surprising. Wouldn't you, Scrape?
What?
That even par was the total today for Scotty Scheffler. 72.
That is surprising. Considering he didn't shoot an over par round for
wasn't that
a year
crazy?
Or something.
Yeah. Brooks Koepka also even. All right, so that's day one.
I forgot about Brooks.
That's day one of the Players Championship. You can watch highlights tonight on the stupid Peacock channel. So I will not be
Carl
watching
says
that.
It is near Jacksonville.
Thank you, Lambo Carl. Appreciate you. All right. Is this game over? Nevada 84, Grand Canyon 80. It is final. Steve Alford moves on to the semifinals. It'll be Nevada against Utah State on that side of the draw. I guess if you're an Aztec fan, you're kind of happy Grand Canyon's out of the way just in case.
Yeah, that's true.
So we can't seem to beat those guys. So
it's true.
But Nevada beat them today. Aztecs play in about 40 minutes, or at least that's when it's scheduled. They may move it back a little bit because this game went long, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
It's coming up against Colorado State. All right, Craig Stammen, day off for the Padres yesterday, night game tonight. So they've kind of been off for almost 2 days. But we did hear from Craig just a little while ago. First up, I'm getting a little nervous myself, but I got to hear it firsthand. An update on Joe Musgrove, who, as we know, was kind of shut down the other day. What's the latest?
Craig, what's the latest on Joe, his status, progression, on kind of the pause?
Yeah, Joe's still kind of a little bit of a holding pattern, waiting to kind of get over that hump, feel a little bit better before we start doing anything out on the field, but still in a good spot, still something we knew was going to kind of happen and had to prepare for, and we got his best interest in mind. So just a little pause.
Is it fair to characterize kind of the pause as the goal being to get him through a season, have him pitching in the most important parts of the year, rather than being like hyper focused on, first turn through the rotation?
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of the point, is we want him pitching as much as we can this season, and to take a few breaks throughout the season, even spring training, is the best way we think that can happen.
When does he need to get back into a game, or has that time already passed in terms of him being in the first turn through the rotation?
I don't know exactly. To me, it doesn't really matter. Like, probably the last thing we're worried about is if he's making the first turn through the rotation. Obviously, in the perfect world, he makes 35 starts for us. That's not realistic. So, I think we're just not rushing anything, being smart about it.
Guest appearances there by Sam Levitt and Kevin Acee.
The tough questions are starting to come to Craig Stammen.
And the answers are starting to be what I've been telling you. Joe Musgrove is not going to be on the opening day rotation.
I never said
He's just not
wouldn't.
going to be.
I never said he wouldn't.
It's okay, which is also Craig Stammen saying. It's okay. We don't care if the first time through Joe Musgrove is there.
Yeah.
We care if he's there, hopefully late April, June, July. You want him pitching this year. You don't want to just save him and, do what the Dodgers did last year, basically with Blake Snell.
I was just about to say, let's do a Blake Snell.
I know. I mean, he didn't pitch all year, and then, he's ready now.
Yep.
And Roki Sasaki, he's the worst pitcher ever. But we're going to close games with him now. And it worked.
It worked.
Anyway, yeah, Musgrove's, he's down, man. And the thing that I'm going to just repeat what I said the other day, and then I'm going to move on. The first thing Craig told us the other day, and I believe he's speaking for the organization. I don't think this is him speaking so much when they say, yeah, it's going to be a couple of days. No, it's not going to be a couple of days. It's already been a couple of days now. It's going to be more. So just tell us at the beginning, hey, we're shutting him down we're shutting him down for the, could be 2 weeks, could be 3 weeks, could be one, but don't give me this. It's nothing. And it's going to be a couple of days. This is something.
What if he really did just wake up and his arm was really sore and he was like, hey, I think I just need a couple of days?
Yeah, well, I just, okay, but I don't think that was ever the case. It doesn't seem like. All right, we told you also that one Padre pitcher who you've heard of is down for the year. Fortunately, it's not necessarily somebody who is in their, the front line of the bullpen. But I will tell you, when this guy pitched a couple of years ago, I liked him a lot. And then he was mostly hurt last year and he didn't do much, and I guess he's not going to pitch this year. Here's the update.
One thing to start, update on Brian Hoeing. He is elected to have surgery to repair his flexor tendon, so he will be out for the season, unfortunately. So we'll miss him.
You had a while to prepare for it, but coming into the spring, you thought, here's a guy who could really, really help you. What is the bottom line about not having Brian?
Yeah, it's a bummer because he's someone that could have really been a big part of our bullpen, filled a lot of different roles. And, similar to what we saw from him in 2024 in the playoffs, and just how much better he made our team, our bullpen, how well he fit in, and, really felt like we had an ace in the hole with him in the pen.
Don't have that anymore. Again, guest appearance, Kevin Acee. So Brian Hoeing will miss the entire season.
This is where I think
what a mental thing that would be for any athlete to know
you're done.
There's a season starting and you are already out for all of it.
He's also been out for like
Really
almost
tough. Yeah.
He was out, like you said, mainly all of last year.
Yeah.
This is where I think Kyle Hart can really capture a role.
He could be,
because Brian Hoeing's the middle relief guy. He's the long relief guy. Kyle Hart can be that guy. He can go the 3 innings if he needs it.
Yeah, but nobody does anymore. I was just going to say, yes, you talk about long relief. Long relief is now 2 innings.
Long relief is one of those things, though, that doesn't happen often anymore. You have to be blown out in the early part of the game for something to happen.
But no one ever comes in long relief anymore and goes 6.
No.
Like the starter goes an inning in the third, they give up 5 runs, you take them out. The long guy comes in for 6 innings. No.
It's like that Dodgers guy that Dave Roberts left out there to die earlier last year.
Don't do that.
I think he pitched like 7 innings.
Yeah, I wore him out. So anyway, I think Kyle Hart's a potential guy. I also think the loser of Marquez, Buehler, is a potential long guy. Although, as we've said before, I think if Buehler gets the 5th spot, they could keep Marquez because
they're going to need
he's
him.
a major league guy. But if Marquez gets the 5th start, I think Buehler goes and says goodbye because he's got the freedom as a minor league signee to go find other things.
Let's just assume Joe's going to open the year on the IL. Now they need both.
I don't disagree with you. But
is it having Walker Buehler at the 4 and German Marquez at the 5 is not as enticing to me.
Yeah, it's all right. No, it's not. Put it mildly.
I have a couple more injury updates from Sammy Lev. No specific date yet on when Sung Moon Song will start swinging again.
He'll be on the IL to start the year, too. I
Probably.
don't care what they say.
Will Wagner pulled his oblique about 10 days ago and has not been able to do a whole lot
He'll
lately.
be on the IL to start the season as well.
I don't think he was going to be on the roster.
You know what? They're smart. I think he will. Why would you just dump the guy? Keep him on IL. I mean, if he gets healthy, he could help you. But to me, the injury list is your friend when you've got too many guys for not enough spaces. If you don't have Will Wagner on the IL, you have to cut him and let somebody else grab him?
No,
Why
because
would you
he's
do
on the
that?
40-man, so he doesn't have to be on the 26-man roster.
Okay. I think the 4 bench guys, when they break camp, are going to be Campusano, Castellanos,
and Duhar.
No, Andujar is going to be. I consider him the DH.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I consider him the starter.
Yeah.
So I say Castellanos, Campusano, Ty France, Bryce Johnson. Those are my picks.
I think Bryce Johnson makes the team opening day too, just because it's his to lose. So he's going to have to.
There was a nice story that Kevin did today in
yeah?
the paper on Jace Bowen, and the fact that this guy is they're talking about him as being a bit of a freak of nature. Like he's got the power. He hit one, I guess, yesterday. The Grand Slam apparently was like out of the stadium.
It was.
And he's got speed to burn. Craig Stammen in the article said, this guy's so good, but we're just teaching him the finer parts of the game. He's more of an athlete now, not yet baseball. But I don't think Jace Bowen's going to be far off the radar.
He's right there for sure.
But
Jose Miranda, I know he's an infielder, but I've been seeing a lot of
maybe him
stuff made about him too. Because
Ty France is too valuable. First base, second base, third base, Gold Glove, right-handed hitter. I think Ty France, and plus he's an Aztec. I'm rooting for him. But and if you're wondering where's Sung Mun Song, he'll be on the injured list. I think Will Wagner will be on the injured list, and I'm pretty sure Joe will be. That's my guess. We've been around this a while, Scrape. We can take some educated guesses. Doesn't mean we're going to be right, but I think we are on this.
When's opening day? What day is it? The 20?
It's 2 weeks from today.
2 weeks from today. So it's the 26th.
Yeah, that's it. 2 weeks from today.
I don't see Joe Musgrove starting the year ready to go.
I got a couple of quick updates on guys that used to play for the Padres that you're going to just kind of roll your eyes when I tell you how they're doing in spring training. Let me start with Brandon Lockridge. Remember him?
Oh
yeah. Milwaukee, 2 home runs, hitting .300. He's got an OPS of 1112 in spring ball. Brandon Lockridge. Next up, Ryan O'Hearn, my guy, with the Pirates, hitting .350, 1181 OPS this spring. But both of those guys pale in comparison to the Herculean Brett Sullivan Remember Brett
Yes,
Sullivan,
I
our like ninth
I
string
liked Brett
catcher?
Sullivan. I thought he was decent.
He's in camp with the Rockies. Just saying. He's hitting 480, and his OPS this spring is 1436.
Wow.
Brett Sullivan. And that's after he went 1 for 4 today. So it actually dropped today.
Okay.
Rockies have a good starting catcher, Hunter Goodman, who's on the All-Star team. Brett Sullivan's trying to make a case to be their backup. Anyway, I just thought I'd throw those at you because we look these guys up and whatever happened to these guys? Well, there they are, and they're all crushing the ball.
And we should look them up again 2 months into the season.
All right, we'll take a timeout. We got a little bit more when we come back because we got to make way for UCSD hoops at quarter of. Gwynn and Chris.
Ben and Wood.
Congratulations to today's biggest fan, Austin Housley of Santee. Austin Housley of Santee. Give us a call within the next 10 minutes at 833-288-0973, and you will qualify for a grand prize, 20 tickets for you and your friends for a night in our Odyssey Suite at a Padres game with all the fan staff later this season, catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. Remember, one more day. Register your name at 97.3 The Fan, SD.com/biggest fan. Matt Scraby, Chris L, broadcasting live for the Balehouse Studios. We know how.
And that was our last biggest fan right there. There's 2 more tomorrow.
Yes.
Joe Lenardi, bracketologist, who gets the most attention, but not always the best at doing it, says the winner of the New Mexico-San Diego State game, if that happens tomorrow, could then make a bid to sneak an at-large berth. Aztecs got to win tonight against Colorado State, which is coming up, to even have a chance to play New Mexico tomorrow. Let's check traffic and then a couple more things before we go.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
This game day traffic report is brought to you by Crystal Geyser, Alpine Spring Water. Well, we are not seeing much relief on our roads this early evening. Crash on northbound 5 right at the 8 connector ramp at that right lane blocked. Also, westbound 8 Fletcher Parkway off-ramp a collision, and eastbound 8 right past Lake Murray, collision over to the right shoulder. Accident involving a motorcycle has cleared from lanes on East 52 right before Santo Road. We still have this accident on the Birmingham on-ramp to northbound 5 coastline and eastbound 78, an accident near Rancho Santa Fe. Not showing if lanes are blocked, but I'll tell you, we are seeing a lot of brake lights toward that. And we still have this crash on northbound 15 at the westbound 78 connector. What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? They always bottle their Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source. And all of their bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from their own recycling plant. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source. I'm Kelly Danick with Gwynn and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
All right, stick around right after the show. We head it to Henderson, Nevada. We go to all the top-notch places here on the station. And it'll be UC San Diego, the Tritons, taking on Cal State Northridge in the second round of the Big West Tournament. Ted Mendenhall, my guy, has the call here in about 5 minutes. Okay, a couple of quick notes on the bracketology stuff. I just told you the Aztecs have to beat Colorado State tonight, and then they need to play New Mexico tomorrow. That's another thing. New Mexico plays San Jose State later tonight. You can't root for San Jose State. You kind of, because a win over San Jose State's not going to help the Aztecs. They got to beat New Mexico. So those are things to keep an eye on. Also tonight, Oklahoma, Texas A&M. You want Oklahoma to lose. They're trying to get an at-large. Already, an at-large has been stolen today by Miami of Ohio. The 31-0 team lost, so they now become an at-large. And that knocks somebody else off the bump. Aztecs don't want any more of that happening.
Correct.
Auburn lost today, but you can't swing I'm going to stop saying this line, but you can't swing a dead cat without hearing somebody say Auburn is the greatest team ever.
Oh, no. Bruce Pearl's the only one that says that.
They're 17-16. I want one person somewhere to say, stop bringing them up. Like they don't deserve it. Can't do it. I know they beat Florida.
But they're an SEC school, Chris. We have to talk about them.
12th place in your conference. You should just not even be remotely considered. That is spoken, though, by a true mid-major fan like myself. Duke has come back from 8 down in the second half. They're now leading Florida State 64-61. 9 minutes to go. Houston's come back. They lead BYU 55-53 midway through the second. And the Big 12, I think you're good. Everybody's good. Scrape, you got anything to add since we're not on tomorrow?
I'm convincing Chris to do a short YouTube with me tomorrow, so stay tuned, Scrape.
Yes, right. We will be available somewhere. So keep an eye out.
Do I have anything else? No, not really.
What do you think of my shirt? This is my you'll see the Aztec players probably wearing this
Lock
tonight.
it in. I like it.
This is this year's theme.
Hold on, let me take off the banner so that people could see it.
Yeah, here we go.
There we go. There we go.
Okay, the last 4 years.
You got to speak it to the microphone.
I know. Really? That's something I know. The last 4 years, Jordan, Nike, has made these shirts for the tournament.
Uh-huh.
And I have all 4 of the one where they made it to the championship game that year. It said SDSU Soul, SOLE. This year's is Lock It In. You'll see the guys.
Do you wear the other one?
Probably.
Because I wouldn't wear the national championship one. I would just keep that.
No, I don't wear it too much. It's not a national championship, but it was close.
But to you, it's
like to me, it was one of the greatest things I've ever seen. What else we got? Padre baseball tonight. If you're in for that, go find it online. Tony, Jesse, you'll have the call. 6:00, taking on the Royals. Germán Marquez pitches. This game means a lot to him.
Yes, it does.
Tonight, I would say.
It definitely does.
Kyler Murray signed with the Vikings today. This is a story we don't have enough time to talk about, but this Falcon player who is bothering Rickey Jackson.
Yeah.
Man, 4 charges have been filed against him, 3 felonies and a misdemeanor.
Not good.
That doesn't sound good at all for the Falcons guy there.
Did we exhaust everything?
It looks like it.
What are you doing over the weekend, Chris?
Well, I guess, yeah. You know what? I got one congrats.
Okay. What is it?
I thought it was 5:45, 5:46.
5:46, 45.
So I have one congrats if he's out there because he listens and I love this guy. Bernie Wilson's Idaho Vandals made the NCAA dance for the first time in 10 years, and their women's team made it.
Nice.
So it's a double up for Bernie Wilson's Vandals. I only say that because if you're in our community of Facebook or Twitter or whatever, you know Bernie Wilson is the only guy on earth who cares at all about the Idaho Vandals.
He does, and he has it as his profile picture.
Right, but that's right. He puts it every time. So, Bernie, if you're out there, good for the Vandals.
Don't they have like a weird football field there at the
Kibbe Dome?
Yes,
Kibble Dome,
yes.
Kibbe Dome. Yeah,
it's just like a poofy.
It's a little dome. It's a smaller dome. You know, it holds probably 30,000. The Aztecs played there one time. Ted and I did a game up there.
30,000 is a lot.
Maybe 25. I don't know. You know, don't hold me to it. Hang on,
You went all the way up there?
Well, it was a game. It was on the schedule. Ryan Lindley was quarterbacking.
It was indoors, so it wasn't cold.
And pretty sure Idaho won the game, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't that sad? It's not the greatest. The Kibbe Dome opened in 1974. It holds 15,000 for football. So I was overstating the 30.
That's still a lot.
Yeah.
For a little dome.
Speaking of a little dome, we're out of stuff to talk about. Stay tuned for UCSD basketball. The Hambino's coming in to run the board, Scrape.
Oh, I need to make way.
See you later, everyone.